$100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-700-6898. That's 800-700-6898 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-242-3131. 800-242-3131.
Hey, shh. Calm down. The show is about to start. Reese on the Radio. Turn it up. Turn it up low. Turn it up loud.
It's like a dream come true.
Turn on your radio. Reese is on the radio.
Yo, let's get it.
Due to the nature of this program, discretion does not exist. It's Reese on the Radio. Right now on WTIC News Talk 1080.
What's going on, all you scallywags, nutmeggers, across the fruited plains? I ain't forget you haters. God bless you. It's another one. It's Reese on the Radio on WTIC News Talk 1080. Happy Friday to all of you. I know all of you are excited for the weekend. Don't worry, it's just one day, and then you'll go back. You'll go, home. You'll do, yard work. Maybe you've got leaves that are falling all over your property that you're going to have to spend some time cleaning up. I don't have to do that because I am doing apartment living. We won't be doing any house living anytime too soon, even though the wife keeps telling me we need to buy a house. We need to buy a house. We need to buy a house. I don't want to buy a house. I'm sick and tired of that. I hated doing lawn work in Texas, especially in all that heat. I know, but yeah, that's right. Roland said we bought a condo. That's right. It's like we bought a zoo. We bought a condo. That's it. Make sure you pay for all that maintenance and all that other stuff. Let some other guy do that. That's exactly what you do. Anyway, we've got a jam-packed show for you today, as we've tried to do all week. Give you as many interviews as we can because the holiday's coming up, and we wanted to fill up the airwaves with these interviews so that on Christmas and on New Year's, and as well as Thanksgiving, when we cannot be here because the boss is forcing me to take a day off. Such an evil, evil woman making me take the day off and spend time with family and friends. I'll get you, Janine. I promise you I will. Watch Janine say something like, we could give you permanent off days. Anyway. That's exactly. If you want to be off, we can definitely take care of that, Reese. We're gonna get all that stuff so when we are not here, you at least have something entertaining to listen to, because I know you're gonna say, "Oh, Reese is not on. What can we do?" Don't worry. Just go back to the programs that you missed or listen to the interviews that we did here. So I hope that you will indulge the show when we take some time off. It's the holiday season, so there's going to be a lot of that. Thankfully, even though we're off on Friday, we will be back. On Thursday. We will be back on Friday. And I know a lot of you are taking that whole weekend off, but if you're bored and you need something to do, come hang out with Reese on the Radio. That's what we do here. And don't worry, we'll still make it entertaining and stuff like that. We'll talk about all the news and all that stuff going on. It'll be slow news days, but Roseanne will be here on Friday afterwards, right? Roseanne's actually in the house now. Hello, my dear.
Hello. Yeah, we'll do an AMSR show where we just sit here and chomp turkey.
ASMR.
AMSR. That's some new trend thing where people just listen to the sound of stuff. So you just really magnify the taste of us chomping on turkey. And yeah, don't look at me like that. It's a thing, I promise.
It is difficult to understand some of the things that you...
I'm not interested. It's just very bizarre to me. You know how I feel about sounds, but it's a thing. People like it.
By the way, you talked about something earlier today, and we'll get into that maybe later on in the show. You, when we were having breakfast this morning, what was the name of the diner we were at this morning?
Main Street Diner.
Main Street...
Plainville?
In Plainfield. Plainville. Yeah, in Plainville.
We will
went
get
there.
it together.
Yeah, we had breakfast there this morning, and we also talk about going to Mulberry Street last night.
Mm-hmm.
But at the diner, you said something that I've been thinking about because you really do like the interweb. And you like social media. You bug me all day. It's like, did you see the videos I sent you? Did you see the videos? And, of course, I did not because I have a real job. And I don't have to do all that stuff and watching people act silly.
Have you ever been married to you?
Sorry?
You haven't. You don't know how hard it is to be your caretaker. I mean, your spouse.
Ooh, that hurts. But
That's a real job, by the
yes,
way.
it is. But you said something during breakfast.
Was it the part where I said that I have to sleep with the boss, I do the social media, and I have to travel, and I don't get paid? Is that the part?
Not particularly.
Okay.
However, part of what you just said.
Sleeping with the boss?
No.
Oh, sorry.
You said something about doing the social media for the show.
Yeah.
And I thought about that, and I said, you know what? You really do like this social media stuff. You really do. You're very much engaged in it, in the sense of you like watching videos, you like getting information, you like debating, you like posting.
I like showing you off.
Yeah, that's your big
I
deal.
do.
You do.
I love pimping you out. I'm not getting much money for it.
So,
but, you know.
so maybe I will, because as I talk to Fred in Middletown, like, I don't like the whole having to post stuff on social media because it doesn't make me feel comfortable. And when I do, the stuff I do post about it when it has to do with the show, it does really, really, really well. But you can do some of that, and I hate to diminish it this way, but the sort of inane stuff, like the off the beaten path, like, hey, we're going to dinner tonight. Like, you can do that kind of stuff. We'll take a picture with the owner of the restaurant and say, hey, we checked out such and such, and that's our photo. And then you can post it on Reese on the Radio or on your new page, which is now Roseanne on the Radio.
Thank you.
Congratulations, by the way. She's decided
I got 3 whole followers right
three.
now.
Yeah, look at Roseanne on the right, and it's spelled Rozan. I know most people go to the conventional Roseanne, but your mom was a weirdo. And
my father's a musician.
Oh, that's right. And your father's a musician, so spells your name Rozan.
Right.
So if you're looking for it, just look for Roseanne on the Radio, and you can follow her. Please don't make her feel like it now. She was like, there's nobody who's liking my page. And
I
I'm
literally
like,
just started it like this morning. So.
Yeah. So I want to show her some love if you can, at least on my behalf. Just show her some love and just say hey. Speaking of renting, Jason just brought this up. Jason D said, he said, I've rented my place for 22 years. He's been living in a rental.
Oh.
And he's talking about staying in one place. You couldn't like rent to own after that time?
Listen, after 20 months, I'm ready to go. It doesn't matter where we are.
22 years.
How long are we in the house in Virginia?
The house in Virginia?
Yeah, just about a year and a half, right?
Yeah, just about.
And the second apartment?
The second apartment we were in for less than a year.
And the apartment before that, the boy and I were there for, I think we'd re-signed one contract, so just over 2 years.
Yeah. You're kind of a weird
I was a
gypsy.
military brat. I married military. I joined the military. I get bored. I've seen it. I've done it. Next.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, Karen says that she loves, or a thumbs up, she says, on both my shirt and hat. I guess because the Boston Celtics. And
you're welcome, by the way. You get so many compliments on that shirt.
People love this shirt, but did you die?
And
I always get
story
stopped.
Behind it?
Well, it is your story, because you used to say that to the kids whenever they didn't want to do something, or after they did something, you would say.
And when I said it to you, you got so mad. You're like, that's not the point.
I don't want to do this. And you're like, it's like,
but did you die?
But did you die?
If you didn't die, you have a story to tell. You got another day to live. Try something else tomorrow.
So I don't know, but she would always, The Hangover. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, so
yeah.
We said it in the Army. That was like our mantra in the Army. But did you die?
Yeah,
No.
and so I wear it anytime you make me do something I don't want to do.
I feel like I need one of those.
Anyway, I wanted to do a monologue today, but I forgot it was Friday, and we usually don't. So if you don't mind, Roseanne, I'm going to do a little bit of a monologue. But when I was thinking about it today, it was you in mind when I thought about this monologue. Had something to do with yesterday. And usually my monologues are just me. It's sort of like, me rambling on. It's like jazz. But it always has a topic and a focus. And as I was thinking about it this morning, I remember you and I had a discussion very early on. And you said something as an independent woman.
A strong, independent black woman.
That's
right.
Right. But you had said something that I had heard many women say starting in the mid-'90s. In fact, it was very, very echoed. It was very much echoed by the Oprah Winfrey crowd, the You Go girls. But it was, I don't need a man. We were having a discussion, and you said that to me. I don't need you.
Very early on.
Yeah, you said, I don't need you.
Mm-hmm.
And my response to you was, if you don't need me, what am I here for?
Right.
And you had never heard anybody respond to you that way.
Right. Well, I remember telling you that, and this frustrated you as well, was that I don't need you, I want you.
Right.
And that was a point of contention between us, because up until that point, as much as I didn't want to need a man, I was always very much in a relationship where I was subservient.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't allowed to keep my own paycheck. I had no idea where the money was going. I didn't pay I had no control over any aspects of my life. So here I was, single, newly single for the first time before you walked in my life, and I am in charge of everything. I come and go as I please. I pay my bills. I pay extra on this one if I want. It didn't matter. I was being a big girl by myself for the first time. I didn't want somebody else coming in and out taking over my life.
Right, which leads me to my opening monologue. So yesterday I was kind of ripping on Bob J., who's always in the chat room. You know who he is. Mm-hmm. He's always in the chat room, and he's always moaning, right? Whiny, very, Donald Trump. And I kind of tore into him saying that I've never been comfortable around effeminate men. And what I mean by that is that I hang out with guys. Not that effeminate men can't exist. I'm okay with them existing, but I'm uncomfortable around them. Why? Because it's not that if you're gay, I know you're gay. But if you're straight and you're acting effeminate.
Like the metrosexuals.
Exactly. If you're straight and you're acting effeminate, I know where that's from. And it is a trait and it's a nurture thing. If you were raised by a woman, you're trying really, really hard to understand women and their needs, and you have no association with manhood because there's no man in your life, and you look at things like masculinity as a pejorative. These things bother me. So when someone says, a strong woman says, I don't need a man, my response to that is, well, if you don't need me, I don't want to be here. There is no relationship I could be in where the person I'm with does not need me, because not needing me means I'm not useful. And as a man, I must be useful. In order for you to be protected, I need to be a man. In order for you to be provided for, I need to work. I need to be able to pay the bills. I need to ensure your survival and mine, no matter what the situation is. Right? I need to do these things. There's no such thing as toxic masculinity, because when the moment arises, I need to be masculine. Need to. Masculine is not a bad word. Being a man is not a bad thing. But when we immediately start denouncing who we are as men, we are no longer useful at all. And I need to be useful. I need to be useful the same way I need oxygen. I need to work. I need to provide. These things need to happen in order for us to survive. It's just that simple. Mm-hmm. It is. It just is. So when I hear these guys trying to destroy who we are as men or saying that kind of masculinity makes me uncomfortable, my response to it is my usual response, so what? So what? No one cares that you are light-footed. Be light-footed. You're never going to be able to take care of anyone in that space. You're always going to remain single, and you're never going to be trusted. You're never going to be trusted to provide for someone. Ask the woman, when you're being so sensitive about anything, whether or not she can rely on you to fight a bear. Think about it. If your response is, well, we'll just, if you're coming up with excuses when it comes to what are you going to do if we're attacked by a bear, we'll just do this. No. Your response should be, as a man, just saying, well, honey, if the bear is going to kill us both, I will hold them off for you. That should be your instinct as a man, even if you're lying. And by the way, but the point should be, that should be your instinct to say, I'm going to find a way to fight off the bear. I'm going to find something. I'm going to pick something up. But the point is that my instinct should be to protect you. But ask your wife, ask your girlfriend whether or not she believes you will fight a bear. Just do it. Does any one of you effeminate, very, very light-footed men look at your girlfriend, look at your wife right now, okay? So put the pocket protector down. Go look at your woman. Call her up. Text her. Say, baby, sweetheart, significant other, partner, whatever it is you're using. Say, do you think I would fight a bear for you? And listen to her response. Just, you know exactly what your wife, your woman, your girlfriend thinks of you when you ask that, when she answers that question. You'll know. That's important. Go ahead. You wanted to say something.
Yeah, I don't know that I believe you would fight a bear for me. Let me just tell you why.
Okay.
Remember that time you went hiking with Dave and Apple?
Yes.
And there was allegedly something in the trees, and you're like, I'm out. You walked to the main street and caught an Uber?
It was a crane that was sitting in the wilderness the size of a Toyota.
I'm just saying, it's a bird. Would you fight off a stranger for me? Absolutely. Would you protect us in our home? Absolutely. A bear?
No,
I think we're both right. No, I know that if the stuff hit the fan, you were definitely shielding me. I have no doubts about that at all. I just think it's adorable, a bear.
Well, if it were to come
Your
to it.
Your idea of the wilderness is...
Well, first of all, I don't like the wilderness, but can I throw my ego into this?
Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you exactly what. And Roland, you know this because of our conversation yesterday about Tracy Morgan. You know this about me, and he'll back me up. The one, and I make it very clear here, what's the one thing that's bigger than anything when it comes to me? My ego.
Oh, God.
My ego.
Wow, it is healthy. Yes, and I protect it at all costs.
Do you know that if the moment should arise that I've got to fight a bear and you're there to witness
You
it?
can't help it. You're going to have to just suck it up, and you're like, baby, I love you. And I can almost see a tear coming down your cheek as you tell me I love you. Run.
I got to fight this bear. I might make it.
I called it.
I think I can make it.
I conjured it, and now I must fight this bear. It was nice loving you. That's how that's going to go.
That's because, don't get me wrong. I understand how ridiculous that is. I understand that bear is going to have its way with me. Right. Okay? Seriously, Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's
prison rules.
Exactly. But bottom line, my ego, with you there, I have to prove myself.
I know.
Because you were in the military and you hung out with all of those other brave soldiers that you're always diminishing me in front of. I've got the chance to do the one thing that they've never done.
You.
Not you, but you don't diminish me, but I kind of feel you actually, it's really.
Because I become super butch.
Well, I'm not going to say that.
You don't have to, but I really do. And listen, I don't know how to explain it. I get in the element. I used to tell people all the time, when I was in uniform, I was a very different person.
Yeah, it's a lot of dude energy.
Clothes. You have to understand the energy that I'm trying to drive it. But I loved it. You know?
No, it's just that I know my wife, and I consider you a delicate flower, and I believe you're a girly girl. But when you get around guys, and we're talking about guys you don't even know, the minute that you guys know, where, like MOS, or you were stationed in the same place, it is a completely different experience. And I'm not going to lie, I feel a little emasculated in the first sense.
You feel like you've tucked.
So if a bear were to come my way, it would be, get out of the way. I've got this. I've got the bear. Come on, Grizzly. Come on, Yogi.
I think it's.
I would taunt it first, by the way. I would call it every bear.
Give me room to run.
Yeah, come on, Mowgli.
I think it's important to understand the reason why, me in particular, right? I can't speak for all women. The reason why Roseanne didn't need you wasn't just because of my required dependence on previous relationships. I lived in a world where I had to struggle and fight.
Yeah, no, I totally get it.
To survive, you
Listen,
know? And so when a strong masculine man walks into that woman's life, you really have a lot to prove. And not only do you have a lot to prove, but once you've earned her, she's not going anywhere.
Yeah. We got to take a break. We'll come back. More news, more views. I got plenty of stuff. Chris Murphy. You're not going to believe this one. Yeah. We'll be back. It's Reese on the Radio on NewsTalk 1080 WTIC.
Attention Southern New England HVAC and mechanical contractors. Eagle Rivet is your trusted roofing partner for professional roof penetrations and flashing. We ensure your customers' roofs remain watertight during installations, protecting their warranties. We also offer complimentary roof inspections to identify potential issues before any HVAC work begins. Call Eagle Rivet today at 860-953-1231 or visit us online at eaglerivet.com. That's EAGLERIVET.com. Eagle Rivet is proud to support rebuilding together Hartford.
Tune in to How to Retire with Fuchs Financial.
The main thing for the majority of the listeners out there who are approaching retirement is I don't want to be surprised.
Helping you build, preserve, and manage your wealth.
You've got Roth IRAs, you have individual accounts. And finding the right taxable strategy, that's going to be huge for you.
Tune in to How to Retire with Ben Fuchs, Sundays at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. right here on WTIC News Talk 1080.
It's time now for today's Spotlight on Money.
What happens to your social media accounts after you die? Tech writer Jennifer Jolly says control of your Facebook, X, or Instagram accounts need to be a part of your end-of-life plan. That's because you may not control what happens next to that dormant account.
You could live on in ways that just absolutely crush you thinking about while you're living.
I'm Rob Hart.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Disclaimer, an antivirus is just half protection online. It will not protect you from snoopers or encrypt your online traffic. So this Black Friday, get better online protection with NordVPN. NordVPN will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Get the NordVPN Black Friday deal with 73% off and enjoy 3 extra months.
And now, a WTIC news update.
48 degrees at 2:30. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. We'll keep the clouds today as we make a run at 50 degrees. The forecast details coming up. In Enfield, a person was killed when they were struck by a vehicle Thursday. Accident occurred at Route 190 and Glenarden Lane. The driver did stay at the scene and is cooperating. The victim was rushed to Johnson Memorial Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. A 6-year-old child remains in the hospital with serious injuries after being hit by a car on Thursday. Officers there in Norwalk say the accident occurred around 3:45 on Seaview Avenue. Police say the car was headed on Seaview when the child ran across the road and was hit. Reports of bipartisan agreement on a panel President Trump commissioned at the start of the year that FEMA should not be totally dismantled. Ukraine President Zelensky says his country faces choices of losing dignity or risking the loss of a key partner key partner with the U.S., that is, as it reviews the U.S. 28-point plan to reach an end to the war with Russia. Barn went up in flames on Route 140 early this morning. Call came in to the barn there on North Street in town. The barn was destroyed. Investigators are still trying to determine the cause. No injuries have been reported. WTIC News time is 2:31. Here's Bob with the forecast.
During the afternoon, clouds and partial sun, the high near 50, a southwest wind at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, and thickening clouds tonight with the chance for a couple of showers developing. The best chance will be south of Hartford. The probability of showers overnight ranges from about 50 or 60% near the coastline down to 20 or 30% in northern Connecticut. Lows 35 to 40 degrees. We start out with some clouds Saturday morning, maybe a shower in a few spots, especially toward the coast. A clearing trend tomorrow afternoon with a high near 50, winds becoming northwest at 10 to 15, gusting 20 in the afternoon. Clear to partly cloudy Saturday night, lows averaging 25 to 30. Partly sunny Sunday, highs in the 40s. Mostly sunny Monday, the high near 50. Increasing clouds Tuesday with some showers arriving later in the day or at night. I'm meteorologist Bob Cox in the WTIC Weather Center.
The surge on Wall Street continues. The Dow is up over 700 points. NASDAQ's ahead 421 and the S&P's up 114. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Please visit peterlbrown.com for siding, roofing, windows, and doors.
Join us this Sunday for Tumalo Financial, your go-to for retirement planning and taxes. Tune in to the father-son duo from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. or catch replay from 5 to 6 p.m. Tumalo Financial, retirement planning with integrity on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Hi, Joel Johnson here with Johnson Brunetti. Taxes don't pay a nickel more than you're supposed to, especially getting close to retirement or in retirement. Call or text the word taxes to request your free copy of our Tax Explorer Guide, 1-800-705-1232. Call or text the word taxes, 1-800-705-1232. Don't pay an extra nickel in taxes.
Investment advisory services offered through JB Capital, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
Thanksgiving is a special time to gather with loved ones as we enjoy delicious food and create lasting memories. Let's take a moment to appreciate each other. Wishing you and your family a happy Thanksgiving from your friends at Odyssey and Carter Mario, Injury Lawyers.
Gage Diamonds has a secret for creating something stunning. Something forever. It's our skilled ring designers. Tell them about your favorite ring styles. Show them your inspirations. Together, you'll make magic. Schedule your in-person or online appointment. Gage specializes in exceptional lab-grown diamonds. Financing available. Visit GageDiamonds.com. We're engagement's middle name.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Selling your home, it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. You could go it alone, trying to navigate market trends, determine fair pricing, and tackle tricky negotiations on your own. You could second-guess every decision, wondering if you're doing it right. Then there's the showings, the offers, and the mountain of paperwork. Or you could work with the expertise of a realtor, here to guide and help protect as you make your next big move. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Be a guest at your Thanksgiving dinner with Highland Park Market's chef-prepared dishes like mashed potatoes, butternut squash, bread stuffing, and turkey gravy. Nobody does Thanksgiving better than family-owned and operated Highland Park Market. Manchester, Glastonbury, Farmington, and at highlandparkmarket.com.
Life unfolds in ways you never quite expect. Starting a new business, getting remarried, being hurt on the job, or through personal injury. Each time, you're left searching for someone new to trust. But what if you had a full-service law firm that knows you and a firm that can represent all of your legal needs? With BPS Lawyers, you get more than a lawyer. You get a full-service law firm. Visit bpslawyers.com. BPS Lawyers, your lawyers for life. Proud full-service law partner of Yukon Athletics. Nick Payne-Dearis is responsible for the content of this ad.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Fan of WTIC? Then do us a favor. Download the free Odyssey app and favorite WTIC.
Hey, now we're back. It's Reese on the radio with Roseanne on the radio hanging out with us. You're waving at me. What's going on?
Yeah, I was just making sure that I was seated in the correct spot.
No, you're good to go. I'm looking at you. I check it out every day just to make sure that you look as good as you possibly can, my dear.
Aww.
So when we opened up the show, we were, talking about other random stuff, but my opening monologue was about toxic masculinity. Mm-hmm. And, the problem is that I believe, truth be told, that men have been beaten down so much they have taken on the aspects of masculinity from women, right? It's sort of
a
like
woman's version
a woman's version of masculinity. And some men are either too dumb to realize that they've been duped, right? Or just decided to be ignorant for whatever reason. And look, I used to tell all my friends, ragging on them. When we used to get into an argument, the guys would be like emotional. They'd be running around, thrashing stuff. It's like, they'd be getting this high-pitched voice. And I would make it worse because I would look at them right in the face and I would go, look, I was raised by my mother too. I just did not take on her characteristics. Perhaps you should calm down and be a little more measured. Well, that only made him even angrier.
Right, you never tell a woman to calm down.
There you go. There you go. So that would happen, and they didn't even recognize it. So I'd like to read to you what someone said in the chat room. The person who prompted this conversation, Bob, wrote this.
Oh.
Reese, when you define toxic masculinity, you are ignoring the distinguishing adjectives toxic. No one is saying that all masculinity is toxic. It is toxic when it leads to harmful behaviors. Your characterization of me as an effeminate, because I do not agree with you, is flawed as well. I never referred to you as effeminate. I said effeminate men in general. It would be tantamount to me saying that you are effeminate because you are constantly flailing your arms back and forth during your broadcast. But I would not say that. Well, I flail my arms because I'm an expressive person.
Well, you're from New York.
And plus, I'm from New York. Exactly.
That's
how they talk. I do that because I'm very animated.
Listen, I think toxic masculinity is a term made up by women who have been commandeered by men with no real understanding of what it means to be a man.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Let me actually break this down for Bob and what he's not understanding here. Toxic masculinity is like saying a salt spoon to a fat person. What? Did I say something wrong?
No, just thinking about a salted McDonald's.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's it. Exactly. It is like blaming the spoon for obesity. Do you understand that? Right? It's like saying you can eat and then there's toxic eating. No. There's just eating. You can eat a lot or you can eat a little, but there's no such thing as toxic masculinity. And to suggest that there is a version of masculinity where it harms people, it ain't masculine. The definition of harming people and attributing the word masculine to it is trying to bastardize masculinity, right? By putting this attribute on it that says, no, there's masculine. No. There's just masculinity. just like they did with the assault rifle. The assault rifle is not the same thing as saying...
Right, this is a passive rifle. That's an assault
rifle. Exactly. This is a rifle that will do your dishes. Over here is a rifle that will change the locks on your door. This rifle does laundry, ladies. No, the rifle is the rifle. Masculinity is masculinity. Adding these words to it to then ascribe it to something else is nonsense. It's doublespeak. It's stupidity. So what I'm trying to suggest to you, if you have a man who is abusing people, that is an abuser. That is a bully. That is a villain. Not a toxic masculine guy.
Well, I think what they're trying to say is this toxic masculinity. What they're trying to do is attribute modern male characteristics. I'm a man. I'm a grown-ass man, dog. I do what I want. Those are little boys who grew up in dysfunctional homes, with or without a father. I don't know. I don't care. Just dysfunctional homes where emotions ran everything, and there was almost no time to stop and measure logically. And now they go out into the world and, oh, man, you stepped on my sneaker. Pow, pow, pow.
But you know what?
But that's not toxic masculinity.
Why is it never? It should be referred to it as, right?
That is feminine. That is a feminine man boy. That is not masculinity, because masculine, you are very masculine. You are the first masculine man I've ever been with in my life. You know, there are very few men that have ever walked into my life that I can say, oh, wow, that's a man. I'm not intimidated by men. You know why? Because I'm more masculine than a lot of men. You walked into my life and you were like, that's adorable. Let me show you what a man does. And now I'm going, that's so cute. I get to be small and petite and feminine when I'm with you because you are a man. You take care of business. Those little girly boys that walk around, you stepped on my Timbs. Okay, Ann?
Yeah.
You don't got to shoot somebody. That's not a man. I've been around those men with that mentality. That's not a man. If I have bigger...
cojones.
There you go. Then if I can pick you up and throw you in a fight, you are not a man. If you push me in front of you to stop a bullet, you are not a man. And women know that subconsciously. We don't even have to tell you you're not a man. We know you're not a man.
They can sense it. Women can sense it.
Intuitively, instinctively, we know when we have to be the man and when we don't have to be the man.
This is and this is why I'm even talking about this, is that there's so many men in our society who are trying to attack manhood in a way and think that becoming this effeminate version of themselves is a new manhood, and that doesn't service.
Those guys don't get
that's
any
what I'm saying.
action. They don't get any play. Women don't want that.
But no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't advance society, because guess what? If you give people too much of something, they live in it. If you tell everybody that their entire life is based on their emotions, they will live in their emotions.
That's why everything's about mental health.
Exactly.
Right now.
If those things are the new value, you will live in the new value. They would say, well, you can't fight. I'm like, well, okay, then what do I have to do? You have to be passive and use your words. People will live in that. And let me tell you why. Here's the reason why they do it.
Now words are violent, remember?
No. But let me tell you why the men are starting to do it. Want to know why? It's because it's not about being a slacker. It is not about being lazy. It's about not wanting to put in the work. It's the easy stuff.
It's lazy.
It's like, no. It's easy. When I say lazy, no, not lazy. Easy. When I mean easy is, guess what? A guy says a joke to you at the office, right? And your feelings are hurt, and his other friends or his people are laughing at you, right? So in that moment, you can choose one of two things. You can respond by having a good joke of your own, or you can completely retreat into how it made you feel.
Go to HR.
That's easy. That is an easy place to go. It's like, that hurt my feelings. And if you want to wallow in there, you will turn that joke into the most offensive thing in the world. Right? You will turn it into the most debilitating thing you've ever experienced. And why? Because that is easy. But the hard part is taking that blow, taking that insult, responding to it in kind with either something better, more effective, or being able to laugh with it and walk away. right? And say, that was a good joke. I can actually appreciate that, knowing that it takes work. And what kind of work does it take? It takes mental ability. It takes reason. It takes actual, sterner
it's
stuff.
Called EQ, your emotional quotient,
Exactly.
which is your emotional intelligence.
Yeah, and a lot of these kids don't have it. A lot of these men don't have it because it's easy. When something hurts you or you fail at something, you lose. We were just talking about this with the boy about some of these people who just can't do this or don't have the opportunity to do that. And what we're all supposed to do is stop with these boys. We're supposed to stop what we're doing and come by and say, how can we help you? How can we get you out of the space where you're feeling less than? And I'm going, I will never, ever. That is the weakest place. Who would want me to ever protect them in life? You said this about the boy the other day. It was like, he's so concerned about money and all of that other stuff. And I said,
he's so anti-capitalist.
He's so anti-capitalist. And I think, and there's plenty of people who are like that, who are the man boys. And I say to them, you know what? I hope you never procreate. I hope you never get married. I hope you never have children. You want to know why? Because when the chips are down and those kids got to eat, when the chips are down and that house note has to be paid, whatever the case may be, no one will rely on you if you are afraid of the money that you must make.
Well, that's exactly what I told him. I literally told my own son. I was like, you need to never get married and have children. And he said, why? I said, because they will starve.
They will. They will die.
And it broke my heart. I really felt like a crappy person to say that, but I think it's the most responsible way to prevent a future generation from ending up on food stamps and welfare is to just say, listen, you have a problem with money? Got it. Roger, whoa. Don't put yourself in a position where you're going to be dependent on the government.
Exactly. But but remember, if you are if money is something that you cannot stand or you cannot respect, if wealth is something that you cannot stand and cannot respect, how could you possibly expect to know how to earn the thing you hate most? You know nothing about money if you think that wealth is a detriment to our society because you don't even understand the good it does. We have to understand everything in life. Look, we love cars. Why? Because it gets us around the country. But do cars kill? Do people die in them? Yes, of course they do. Are there fatal accidents in them? Yes. There are truck accidents and plane accidents. Everything has an accident prone to it or
everything
ability.
In existence has the potential to
Can
kill
you imagine if we had dealt with that in life by saying, you know what, there's too many people dying of it, get rid of it? Come on, we'd be living in the dark ages.
I mean, people were dying in covered wagons.
Yes.
People were dying riding horses. People were dying walking. I mean, you can literally die from anything.
Exactly.
So if your problem is this thing is evil, it's going to kill mass amounts of people. And the first thing I told the boy was, first of all, you need to stop worrying about what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
When your plane is going down, the first thing they tell you to do is put your oxygen mask on first. Mm-hmm. If you don't, because you're so worried about everybody else you're going to die. You are a bigger liability than everybody else on the plane because you're not even taking care of you. Mm-hmm. So if you can't provide for you, you are a drain on society.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get these people to understand every day that these things that you hate or you think that are evil are some of the things in which you need to survive.
Well, you've never had them, so...
Right, and if you don't know how to navigate through the world using those things for good or the good that you think they should be used for, then you are a detriment to everyone. Because I tell everybody all the time, I even told the boy, I said, if you hate being billionaires, that's not a reason to get rid of them. That's a reason for you to become one.
Hang out with them.
Exactly.
Figure out how to do
Become a billionaire so you can do the good that you think they should be doing.
Or
first.
The good you think they're not doing.
Exactly.
That's the other thing. Is this assumption that they made their billions unethically and they're hoarding their money and they never give to other people.
What an opportunity for you.
But how do you know?
Yeah, well, they don't know. But that's my
the other question.
But my point is this.
Know.
Become the thing that you think that they should be. You first. That's what you just said. Put your oxygen mask on first. That's what they should do. We got to take a break. We'll come back. More news, more views. I will read some of the comments in the chat room and we'll take phone calls at 860-522-WTIC. It's Reese on the radio, Roseanne on the radio on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On News Radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
Fitch High School in Groton has a very proud tradition at the Manchester Road Race. Olympian Johnny Kelly, a longtime teacher and track coach at the school, won the race 6 times during the 1950s and 1960s. Amby Burfoot, Kelly's star pupil at Fitch, was a 9-time Manchester Road Race champion between 1968 and 1977. And Ray Crothers, another Kelly protege and Fitch alumnus, won the race in 1965. Start your own tradition this Thanksgiving. Register now at manchesterroadrace.com. The Manchester Road Race is a great local tradition, and WTIC News Talk 1080 is proud to be a partner. WTIC has been Connecticut's radio station for 100 years, with local talk shows talking about the things affecting our state and nation. Mornings with Brian and Company, 5:30 till 9, and Reese on the Radio, 2 till 6. Plus local news, weather, traffic, and sports, all on WTIC News Talk 1080, because local radio is just better.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/fax, or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Disclaimer, an antivirus is just half protection online. It will not protect you from snoopers or encrypt your online traffic. So this Black Friday, get better online protection with NordVPN. NordVPN will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Get the NordVPN Black Friday deal with 73% off and enjoy 3 extra months.
It's Reese on the Radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
Hey, we're back. Here's a couple of comments in the chat room, Roseanne. Teresa says, hi, Reese and Roseanne. Reese, you are right on. I love your logic. People don't want to acknowledge those terms because society has become anti-masculinity. Also, Roseanne, I'm very glad that you are here today. Reese put way too much time in talking about Tracy Morgan. She's talking about yesterday.
I understand the reference.
Yes.
Don't worry. We've had full disclosure on
what, the Tracy Morgan thing?
Yeah, the reason why.
Will you stop? What are you laughing about? Listen, she wasn't listening. I told her about it.
Yeah, he showed me the picture. He's like, well, you showed me the picture a long time ago.
Right, yeah.
And so when you showed it to me again, my first thought was, are we still on this? What's it been, like 40 years?
It hasn't been 40 years. 20 to be exact.
Yeah, same difference.
Whatever.
At your age, it's all relative. I'm just kidding. So yeah, no. Let's move on from that chapter in your life.
I have moved on from it. I was just talking about how it made me feel. Listen, if you had found out that your ex was dating, I don't know, Angelina Jolie after you, and had posted a picture of it, how would you have felt about it?
Oh, God. I would have joined a convent. I would have changed my name, the whole nine. I would have ceased to exist.
See what I'm saying?
A massive blow to the ego.
It is. It's a blow to the ego.
But you're Reese on the Radio. You're far more attractive than Tracy Morgan. You're in much better shape than Tracy Morgan. You're funnier than Tracy Morgan.
That's kind of you. I do think I'm funny.
And better looking.
Thank you.
And funnier.
Anyway, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Got it. Next.
Does this make you up? This doesn't make you uncomfortable.
No, of course not. Yeah, I'm fully confident and self-secured, like every woman on the planet.
It's not that big
You
of a
want to look
deal.
at pictures of my exes? I can show you.
You do. You showed me pictures of your exes a lot.
I showed you one picture of one ex.
Really?
Yeah, just one.
Was it just one?
Just one. You've met the other two.
Oh, yeah, technically I have. Yeah, that's true. Okay, whatever. But I don't have
I've met two of yours, so.
I don't have any hang-ups about that. Yeah,
of course you don't. One is dead.
Oh, this stuff.
And the other one is, we're going to leave that one alone.
Yeah, that's okay. But, yeah, okay, fine. Then technically you've shown me three. Well, I've seen three. John Beckman says, Roseanne, would you like to take a picture with me?
Absolutely.
Really? What does that mean?
Listen, I need you to stay in your lane, Mr. Hopkins.
You know who John Beckman looks like?
No.
John looks like a bloated John Denver with a bad haircut. Yes, John, I said it. I said it.
John Denver.
By the way, your thing is blocking my
my
camera.
My
yes,
thing's
there you
blocking
go.
your thing?
Yeah, there we go. No, you have to bring that down. But your whole camera, yeah, there you go. You can bring it further down. Then there you go.
Is that better?
That's better. Yeah, but I don't care. I'm not jealous of
anymore.
I'm not jealous at all.
4th of July.
Okay, that was very early in our relationship.
That really was.
Goodness gracious, don't even talk about that.
I almost broke up with you over that.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
But you would have been okay. But the Brittany Tracy Morgan thing.
I totally understand.
You do, right?
I completely understand. I have to give you a hard time because do you see you squirming and
yes,
sweating?
because I'm sitting up there going, how am I the only person who doesn't get this?
Because it's fun.
You're just.
I know. I'm terrible.
You are just
know.
mean-spirited. Ned says, from a squirrel to Tracy Morgan, love the entertainment. Good show. Thank you, Ned. I appreciate you. White Mike says, this conversation is nice and all, but as Andrew Wilson from the Whatever podcast declared, the only reason women have anything in society is because men allow it. If men in a majority decide women are going to wear burkas, and walk 7 steps behind them, that's what it will be. It's called perspective. And I agree with him. No. You have to understand what he's trying to say here. It's like
right, because men can physically overpower women. You technically have the power, Roger. However, women have a lot of strengths that you men fail to appreciate.
And actually, I don't think that that's the case, that men fail to appreciate the strengths that women have. What he's saying is, in general, that our society is majority built by men. You know that. That's
historically, sure.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. It's not that women don't play a role. I think that what happens is that there's just a overextension of what we're supposed to acknowledge as feminine. I'm just like, I get it. It's not that I don't understand it, but you can't do it.
I think this is the whole identity politics BS gone.
Nah.
Listen, I don't think that it should matter first man, first woman, or men only, women only, right? There are jobs, and I've been watching these videos of living on an oil rig in the ocean, right?
Right.
They have women there.
Sure.
Like 3, right? It's not a job Roseanne would ever do. Not
right.
ever.
Right.
However, if I decided I want to be a CEO of a corporation and I had all the qualifications to do so, and I was a better candidate than some of the men, and
you should get the job.
I should get the job. It should be based on qualification, not gender, not identity, and that's all it boils down
I've
to.
only got 20 seconds because we got to the top of the hour, but I will say this. You know what? I would hire you today as a CEO of a company, but if you were 25, I'd say no.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah. Okay, so you get that.
There's life experience that comes between 25 and 40.
I was going to say something else. You can't get pregnant. Anyway, let's get to the top of the news with John Silva. We'll be back.
WTIC is celebrating 100 years on the air and 100 years of serving Connecticut. This is WTIC and WTIC FM HD2 Hartford, an Odyssey station.
It's 3 o'clock, Hartford temperature 48 degrees. Good afternoon. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. We will keep the clouds for this Friday. Temperatures right around 50 degrees or so. All the forecast details coming up. President Trump and Mayor-elect Mamdani of New York meeting at the White House today.
Trump and Mamdani lashed out at each other during the intensely bitter New York City mayoral race. And he's repeatedly called Mamdani, who is a Democratic socialist, a communist, even in announcing their meeting today. Mamdani has not been hesitant to attack the president on the trail during the race, even describing the Trump administration as using, quote, authoritarian theatrics.
It's correspondent Finn Gomez. One person is dead following a Thursday night crash in Enfield. According to police, pedestrian was struck while walking along Route 190, Hazard Avenue, and Glen Arden Lane. Victim was taken to Johnson Memorial Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. The driver of the vehicle that hit the pedestrian did stay on scene and is cooperating, say police. Anyone with any information or who may have witnessed that crash being asked to get in touch with the Enfield PD. In Middletown, the Board of Education has selected an interim superintendent of schools. At a special meeting on Thursday, the board tapped Alan Adley to lead the district. Adley had recently retired from his position as Darien school superintendent. His appointment comes in wake of the firing this week of former superintendent Alberto Vasquez Matos. He was arrested on DUI charges in Florida over the summer. However, the board only recently found out that Matos had let his superintendent certification expire, leading to his eventual ouster. A Central Ohio police officer has been acquitted of murder in the shooting death of a black pregnant woman who'd been targeted for shoplifting.
The verdict brought courtroom cries of, quote, "This is not right," from the family of 21-year-old Takia Young. Sean Walton is the family's lawyer.
Just understanding how hard it is to convict a police officer in this country.
Mark Collins is the attorney for police officer Connor Grubb.
This isn't a racial case. It has nothing to do with any aspect of that.
Young's family is moving forward with a civil case stemming from the 2023 incident. Jim Krasula, CBS News.
Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky, in an address to the Ukrainian people, said he's working constructively with the U.S. on the 28-point plan for peace that was put forward jointly by the Americans and Russians. Zelensky also says he'll not betray his people as he does so. At the White House, President Trump says the plan is the starting point for what he hopes can bring an end to the war. Correspondent Olivia Rinaldi.
It would also essentially end the path to NATO membership for Ukraine, which is a huge sticking point for the countries. We know that would give them Article 5 protection, that in the future, if they were to be attacked by Russia, there would be a robust response from the 27-member bloc that makes up NATO.
And Yale-Harvard is traditionally the last football game of the year for both schools, but thanks to a change in the Ivy League rules, at least one could make the national playoff. They meet tomorrow in New Haven, as we hear from WTIC's Dave Mager.
The game just means more this year, if that's possible. The Ivy League title is on the line, but for the first time, Yale and Harvard can qualify for the football championship playoffs. The winner gets an automatic bid. 9-0 Harvard could get in even with a loss. This is the 141st meeting. Yale has won the last 3. If you're going, leave time for traffic. The Yale Bowl could draw 60,000 for the first time in almost 40 years. Dave Maker, WTIC 1080 News.
WTIC News time is 3:04. Checking traffic in Windsor. Looks like a two-vehicle crash on the southbound side of Interstate 91 between exits 35 and 34. Got a couple of lanes blocked with that. Delays eastbound 84 out of West Hartford from exit 43 right up to exit 51. Also seeing some busier traffic on 91 northbound down in Middletown. Backups between exits 20 and 22 as the Friday roll home gets going. Also a crash down in Lower Fairfield County in Greenwich. Northbound side of the Parkway, we've got backups beginning at exit 4 up to the scene at exit 8. Looks like a one-vehicle crash down there on the Merritt in the left lane. Here's the WTIC Weather Center forecast.
Some clouds around here for the remainder of this afternoon with a high of 50 degrees. And for tonight, cloudy, though clouds may break late. Temperatures falling down to a low of 34. Tomorrow, plenty of sunshine. Look for a nice start to the weekend with a high of 49 degrees. Chillier for tomorrow night, a clear to partly cloudy sky, low of 27. Second half of the weekend on Sunday, looking pretty good. Sunshine will give way to some afternoon clouds. Temperatures rising up to a high of 45. For Monday, partly sunny, a little breezy, but dry conditions are expected for any early holiday travel. Temperatures heading up to a high 49 degrees. Tuesday, still dry clouds trying to break for some sun. Temperatures rising up to a high of 48 degrees, and keeping an eye on our next storm that will roll into the region. Temperatures begin to rebound into Wednesday with some showers returning with our next storm. These will be rain showers at times through the day on Wednesday, which could slow travel, high 58. And a sneak peek at Thanksgiving, a mix of sun and clouds, temperatures rising up to a high 51. This is meteorologist Matt Benz in the WTIC Weather Center.
All right, on Wall Street, the Dow's up 663 points, the Nasdaq's up 310, and the S&P's ahead 90. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, and if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Northeast Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments, in most cases, have made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-930-5956. That's 800-930-5956. Or go to northeastmenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the Northeast to serve you. Northeast Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
What's the difference between Allaire Elder Law and most elder planning services? Allaire Elder Law is a law firm, which means we can advise you on asset protection and next step planning to avoid probate and protect the other spouse for their future needs. For example, after working to protect assets from the Medicaid spouse, the healthy spouse needs a special will to keep protecting things in future. With other services, if you're just getting the Medicaid application and not necessary legal documents or strategies, you're getting much less, and often for the same price. Medicaid processing companies can be slow. They may sound like a good deal, but a lot of times they put the work on the family's shoulders, which could mean it takes more time, which costs money when paying for care. Our job is education as much as execution. Finally, please ask the question, are you being referred to a Medicaid planning service for the right reasons, or might they be steering you? I'm Haley Allaire. For comprehensive senior planning for your family, the right choice is Allaire Elder Law. Compassionate counsel and proven results. AllaireElderLaw.com.
Reese on the radio, making sense of the news. Yeah, even when it makes no sense at all. Now on WTIC, News Talk 1080.
All right, we're back. Reese on the radio, Roseanne on the radio, hanging out here. Let's get some headlines. We understand that Mom Donnie is actually meeting with Trump as we speak, but there's no video or no TV cameras on there. Yeah. Tell everybody what you call him.
Moron Kamdami.
Yeah, Moron Kamdami. State Elections Enforcement Commission, which is the SEEC, voted yesterday, or day before yesterday, to authorize an investigation into an election complaint filed by Ward 3 Alder Angel Hubbard against her election opponent Miguel Pittman. Meanwhile, Jason Bartlett, who helped found a local independent party this year, which endorsed Pittman, said that he still intends to officially file a competing complaint on behalf of the Pittman campaign against a former alder and supporter of Hubbard. The SEEC unanimously voted during the latest monthly online meeting Wednesday to launch investigations into a batch of election complaints from across Connecticut. One complaint they voted to investigate was filed by Hubbard against Pittman's campaign the day before the November 4th general election. That complaint alleges that Pittman's campaign enlisted homeless people to register to vote at false addresses in exchange for free meals. Go ahead, Roseanne, you can respond to it. Yeah, your hand over the face. This is what happens when you don't listen to the show. I talked about this yesterday.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hey, vote for me, get me in office, I'll buy you a burger.
No, the whole deal was that they were going out.
We're going to find you a bed and help you get a hotel room. Vote for me because I'm your best chance at a secure future. Vote for me and I'll get you a burger. Get your friends, and I'll get you some fries.
And
with
it turns out there's a lot. There was a lot of this going on. So they voted to investigate this. Yes, I know it is just as ridiculous as it sounds, and it should. It makes me cry every time I read it.
Supersize it.
When the Connecticut Department of this will make you mad too. When the Connecticut Department of Economic and Community Development was alerted in 2023 that Senator Douglas McCrory allegedly had a conflict of interest with a woman whose businesses received state grant funding, the agency's staff privately discussed how to handle the potentially damaging information. But when they shared the allegations about the Democratic senator with anyone outside the agency, Governor Ned Lamont and his staff said that they were not informed until recently about 2023 in an email, which the director of Hartford's nonprofit complained about the potential conflict of interest concerning the relationship between McCrory and Sonsere Cicero, the owner of a company called Sheba. DECD officials also said they never alerted the Office of State Ethics, which could have investigated the matter further. And the agency said it didn't ask McCrory or Cicero about the nature of their relationship because they didn't have reason or authority to do so, they say. Jim Watson, a spokesperson for DECD, said the alleged relationship between the state senator and Cicero was considered an unfounded rumor in 2023. The FBI and the federal grand jury are now investigating whether the allegations are true. In August, federal investigators subpoenaed the DECD for any records that mention a personal or non-professional relationship between McCrory and Cicero. And the 2023 email from Sabrina Tucker Barrett, the nonprofit director, was turned over to federal authorities as part of that process.
Does this smell like Willis Wade all over again?
Oh, it's way worse than that. Ooh. Try this on for size. The Connecticut Mirror reported earlier this month that Tucker Barrett, the founder of the Girls for Technology, told DECD officials that she was persuaded to split the $5 million grant they received with Cicero based on false representation. Now, again, people are thinking I'm carrying water for Gina Lori. There are no cameras on this story. None. We're talking $5 million with a state senator at the helm.
I feel like we are doing something wrong, you and me, because here we are, like, living honestly, and we po. I mean, we po.
You want to start a GoFundMe?
We're not poor. I'm just saying, but, like, we're not rolling around people just tossing millions of dollars. Like, here you go. Spend it how you like. Come on.
Guys, listen, what these guys are doing is absolutely insane.
I know.
But yeah.
I'm kind
of
mad
there's
at
more
us for
money.
Having morals.
This $5 million is not even, this is not even the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, my gosh.
Right? Like, this is insane. Like, I mean, I understand the Gina Lori story. She owes a little more than $1.5 million to her creditors. These are people taking taxpayer dollars to the tune of millions.
And just pocketing
We're talking about people who are real estate moguls in the state, taking the state for millions. Not a camera in sight. Not a camera in sight.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Also, conservative pro-life influencer and guest and friend of the show, Savannah Craven Anto, who went viral after being punched in the face during a street interview in New York City, has filed a lawsuit against her alleged attacker.
As well she should. That's right.
Savannah, who's the host of the YouTube channel show Her Patriot Voice, says that she was conducting a man on the street video. Many of you remember it, but she was struck in the face when she had a conversation with Brianna Rivers, a 30-year-old woman in the Bronx. According to the complaint filed on November 18th in the Bronx Supreme Court, Craven Anteo went to the emergency room for stitches from her attack, incurring more than $3,000 in medical bills. Her attorneys at Thomas More Society allege that Rivers had knowingly and willfully and maliciously continued to mock Savannah and her viewers online in order to inflict inflict emotional distress. Yeah, the woman was bragging about what she did.
Are we sure that that's a biological woman, though?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Are you
yes,
sure?
I checked, but not in a biblical way. But I did.
I don't know.
And now for the stupidest thing I read today.
Yes, you do. Stupid as can be. This could very well be the stupidest person on the face of the earth.
Now, I have to play this because in order for it to work, I have to play the audio. You might remember that Jasmine Crockett, who was our feature in Negro Nonsense yesterday, the reason why was because she said this on the Senate floor in trying to protect Democrats who had received donations from none other than Jeffrey Epstein.
Who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team dig in very quickly. Mitt Romney, the NRCC, Lee Zeldin, George Bush, Win Red, McCain Palin, Rick Lazio.
Yeah. She went on to go to CNN and explain that she wasn't lying when she said a Jeffrey Epstein had funded those political campaigns. She was just saying a particular Jeffrey Epstein had done it.
I ain't say that. I was just saying to be saying. You know what I'm saying? I ain't say it. Just saying it.
Here's what she said on CNN, which is pretty much what just Roseanne just said. I can't even play it now.
You mentioned Lee Zeldin there. He's now a cabinet secretary. He responded and said it was actually Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, who's a doctor that doesn't have any relation to the convicted sex trafficker. Unfortunate for that doctor, but that is who donated to a prior campaign of his. Do you want to correct the record on the people that
Listen, I never said that it was that Jeffrey Epstein. Just so that people understand, when you make a donation, your picture is not there. And because they decided to spring this on us in real time, I wanted the Republicans to think about what could potentially happen, because I knew that they didn't even try to go through the FEC. So my team, what they did is they Googled, and that is specifically why I said a Jeffrey Epstein. Unlike Republicans, I at least don't go out and just tell lies.
No, that's exactly what she did.
Jasmine Crockett spit.
But what made things for me probably like the creme de la creme was what was reported in the New York Post this morning. Dr. Jeffrey Epstein has responded, the person who did donate to Lee Zeldin. He says he's a longtime neurosurgeon out of Long Island, and he has suggested exactly how he's going to get his payback. He has decided he may very well donate to Jasmine Crockett's campaign so that she, too, can receive money from Jeffrey Epstein. Now that is a brilliant comeback. The woman is just the...
From a Jeffrey Epstein.
Yes. I never said the Jeffrey Epstein.
I said a. I wasn't saying it to be saying it. I was just saying it to be saying something. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's her problem.
I'm just saying. I wasn't saying it.
I think that's her problem. Okay, so in a little while, we've got Alex Thomas that's coming in. He's going to talk to us about those two cases that he's covering. The case that's more important to me is the one about J. Allen Jones, about his homicide, which has been confirmed by a coroner that he was indeed killed by homicide. The videotape has been approved to be released. We now know that the video is not going to come out until after Thanksgiving. So when, after Thanksgiving, who knows? But they have ample time to edit it. What I'd like to ask him is that I spoke to one of my sources on the story who did see the video and in its entirety. And their description of it. And again, I'm only taking that source's description. I am not confirming nor denying if it is factual, but from their assessment, and this is a person who's with knowledge of the whole case, says that, as he put it, they George Floyd him, was his words. Those are his exact quote.
I just got goosebumps all over. I know that the still photo that we saw, he was in a wheelchair, right?
Yeah,
they had him tied to a wheelchair.
Let me tell you what my source says about that. So according to what he viewed, and we'll see it in the video, but this is alleged based upon my source. We have not confirmed it because we haven't seen it ourselves. But according to him, and I'm telling you, this individual is reliable. I don't doubt he saw what he saw. But because I'm giving his view of it, I'm just going to say allegedly. So based upon his view of it, he says that when the officers realize that he is non-responsive, they don't know that he is dead or lifeless. So when they move him, the picture you saw was in the wheelchair. When he was put in the wheelchair, he had expired already.
Oh my God.
According to him. They don't realize that he isn't alive until the wheelchair, according to him. That when they realize his body is lifeless because he couldn't hold himself up in no way. Some of them thought that he may have been faking it or faking unconsciousness or whatever the case was, so they put him in the wheelchair. So when they move him, they get off of him at the gurney, I guess it was. He was lifeless. When they put him in the chair, he's still lifeless. They don't realize it until it's too late, and according to him. And at that point, he is already dead. But the most important part of that video is what the officers did that led to that death. And that's what they have been hiding. And I mean, I got to tell you personally, I know what the strategy is. The strategy is everybody is going to be so focused on family, so focused on buying Christmas gifts and all that stuff, waiting until after Christmas or after Thanksgiving or during the Christmas season. People will be, they have their eye off the ball. They'll be focusing on all of those things, the merriment, that they won't have time to be outraged about this. Which, again, in my head, just...
It's like announcing your candidacy
on a Friday. On a Friday, yes, exactly.
Right.
Or doing it on a Sunday morning. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to be there. And that's what they're banking on. Yeah. It's unfortunate, and I'll tell you this, and I know they're listening, so I don't care. It is a brilliant strategy on the part of Connecticut civil rights organizations, okay? Because no offense, these people are bums, okay? They're not worth the problem or the struggle at all.
Not worth the fancy
They're not
suits
worth the fancy suits they wear. Why? Mm-hmm. Because they are lazy.
No,
they're
collecting a paycheck. What do they care?
Exactly. It is the laziest, the most irresponsible organizations I've ever seen. So, they are going to look. I had to call Corey, and Corey, I don't even know if you listened to the show. I tried to get you to listen to the show, but when I called him about the judge, like I called the judge made the announcement that we had to view it 2 weeks before I called him. So it's been now 4 weeks. I said, they made an announcement that the tape should be released. I called him to ask him about it. He was like, really? I'm like, yeah. How do you not know this? You were in the courtroom with us. You were there for to hear public, a response to getting the video released. You were there with me. The fact that you haven't been keeping your eye on this ball is like, oh, man, I've been so busy. Too busy doing what?
There's a family grieving right now, the egregious murder
of
a young man.
Yeah,
and
so
I mean, I understand there are other cases, but that's kind of why we have schedules and calendars, and we make time for things.
Yeah, and that's my whole deal. It's like, not that I think that this story is the most important civil rights story. In fact, I don't even view this as a civil rights issue. It doesn't matter who the individual was. But the point is that this is their bread and butter, right? This is why they go to work every day, right? This is the reason why the organizations exist. When they have something like this happen, something that I know that they would turn into a civil rights or a racial incident, here it is. They get the information that they're actually won in court and nobody knows about it. There are no press conferences. There is no demand for the release before the holiday season.
Right. It's really interesting how we live in a very blue state that is pro-DEI and pro-BLM, but the minute you are handed your very own George Floyd, your own what's his name? Anthony Brown.
Yeah. Michael Brown.
Michael Brown.
Yeah.
When you are handed this opportunity, now all of a sudden you're camera shy?
And at least this one is legitimate.
This was legit. This young man was already incarcerated. Mm-hmm. It's not like you feared he had a weapon on him. It's not like you feared he was high on drugs. He was already incarcerated.
And schizophrenic, which was known.
I mean, he was in the perfect setting for these officers to be able to control a situation peacefully.
You know, it's the part that makes me really, really angry about this. And as far as like the people who are supposed to be advocating for Jay Allen, this is the part I don't understand, okay? When I spoke to the mother of Jay Allen's son, and his mother and I spoke outside the courtroom during that hearing, and I said, look, I really, really, I hate even asking you this, but if there's ever a time you want to come on the air and just tell his story, because one, I think it deserves attention. He has a son. His father, yes, was probably, needed some help and ended up in jail, and that's sad. But his father's now gone. He's never going to have an opportunity with him. But then she looks at me and she says, she goes, it's really, really tough on me because, my son has schizophrenia as well. And I go, oh, like my heart sank.
Yeah.
again, my heart sank, and nobody who are in these organizations, they're not even, as much as I know that they are opportunists. In Connecticut, and I know that I'm sounding like I'm being cruel in the meanest, in the meanest, most possible way. But look, I know these folks. A lot of them are just charlatans. I know a lot of them are just grifters. But the fact that they actually have a real story, a real issue, we clearly have government agencies preventing people from knowing the truth. Of course, William Tong. We've got bureaucracy bad guys right in our sights. And we have a son who suffers from the same ailment as the father.
A young black boy in desperate need of guidance and assistance.
And as a civil rights organization, you got to let the guy who's been trying to undermine your efforts to tell you, hey, this is a way for you folks to look legitimate as a civil rights organization, and you're dropping the ball. It's like watching a bunch of clumsy jugglers. It's incredible to watch this.
Yeah, it's like I just had this this John Ritter's character, Jack.
Yeah.
Just
that's what it is, Jack Tripper.
Literally.
Yeah, it's Jack Tripper handling civil rights in Connecticut.
Mr. Furley, was that the?
It's
more like a Mr. Furley. You know, I really feel for this poor kid. I mean, it's bad enough that he's lost his father, but now he's got the same diagnosis, and this isn't a curable
disease.
Right. It's not a curable disease. It can be managed with medication and intensive interventions, you know, therapies and programs and things like that. But without those things being in place, and I'm particularly in black and brown communities where there is less financial stability and there's less access to services.
Right.
And even if the services are there, a lot of families aren't aware of them.
And his mother, if she can't get that kind of backing, she's got to deal with those things on her own.
And now this puts this young boy in the same position as his
father.
Right,
exactly. Imagine him
Rather
growing up.
than these civil rights people saying, hey, we're going to do what we claim to be civil rights. We're going to protect young black men from being murdered and unjustly persecuted.
Yeah.
Not you, though. Not you.
Yeah.
You too, I don't know, you too dark. Maybe we just want some Rosa Parks type black folks.
That's awful.
Some Rachel Dolezals.
We got to take a break. We'll be back. More news, more views. Alex Thomas is coming up in about a half an hour. We'll be back. It's Reese on the Radio.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call, and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free information kit. 800-714-9090. 800-714-9090. 800-714-9090.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
And now, a WTIC news update.
It's 3:30, Hartford temperature 48 degrees. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. Forecast details coming up. Police in Enfield continue to investigate a fatal crash in town last night. Officers say a pedestrian was struck on Hazard Avenue. Person was taken to Johnson Memorial Hospital, later pronounced dead. Driver of the vehicle did stay, and that investigation is ongoing. New interim school superintendent in the city of Middletown is Alan Adley. The Board of Ed made the choice last night for Adley to lead the district until a permanent replacement is found. He succeeds Alberto Vasquez Matos, who was fired last week for letting his certification lapse. He's also facing DUI and other charges in Florida. Ohio officer has been acquitted of all charges, after fatally shooting a 21-year-old pregnant black mother on a shoplifting offense. Takia Young, Blendon Township police officer Connor Grubhead pled not guilty to murder and other charges in the 21-year-old's death. Body cam video showed Young refusing to get out of her car before it rolled toward Grubb, and he shot her once in the chest. President Trump has called New York's mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani a 100% communist lunatic and a total nut job. Mamdani has called Trump's administration authoritarian and described himself as Trump's worst nightmare. The two are set to meet for the first time face-to-face this afternoon at the White House. Special election in New Britain. That'll take place Tuesday, January 6th, to fill the vacancy left by in the State House of the new mayor of the city, Bobby Sanchez. And Eddie Murphy is being celebrated with a Life Achievement Award from the American Film Institute. The award will be presented at a gala tribute in L.A. on April 18th. Murphy has been in the business almost 50 years, believe it or not. He started as a teenage stand-up, became a Saturday Night Live cast member, starred in such films as Beverly Hills Cop and Shrek. Murphy received the Cecil B. DeMille Award at the Golden Globes in 2023. WTIC News Time is 3:32. Here's the forecast.
For the rest of this afternoon, rather cloudy with a high of 50 degrees, and for tonight, cloudy, low of 34. Tomorrow, we'll see more sunshine returning here across the area. Temperatures, though, not responding much with a high around 49. Then for tomorrow night, clear to partly cloudy, much chillier, low of 27 degrees. And heading into Sunday night, second half of the weekend, sunshine will give way to some clouds for the afternoon. Temperatures rising up to a high of 45 degrees for Sunday. This is meteorologist Matt Benz in the WTIC Weather Center.
In Middletown, look out on 91 North between exits 20 and 21. Looks like we have a crash. Should be off on the shoulder there, but it might be a little slow getting by. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
This is a public notice from the Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection. The Commissioner has made a tentative determination to issue a stewardship permit to Grace Dawson Connecticut LLC, the owner, and Metal Finishing Technologies LLC, the operator, located at 60 Worcester Court in Bristol. The permit will require the facility to complete environmental investigation and cleanup and perform any necessary maintenance and monitoring activity. A virtual public meeting will be held on December 22nd starting at 6 p.m. Written comments may be submitted within 45 days of this notice. Details can be found on the public notice page of the DEEP website. Again, a virtual public meeting will be held on December 22nd, 2025, starting at 6 p.m. Written comments may be submitted within 45 days of this notice. Details can be found on the public notice page of the DEEP website.
Hi, Joel Johnson here with Johnson Brunetti. Hey, retirement income. Are you sure that you're maximizing your retirement income? Get the retirement income checklist from us, absolutely free. Text the word checklist to 1-800-705-1232. Again, call or text the word checklist to 1-800-705-1232. A checklist to maximize your retirement income.
Investment advisory services offered through JB Capital, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
Hi, I'm Nancy Cartwright. You may know me better as the voice of Bart Simpson. On Simpsons Declassified, we're diving into the mysteries that keep the Simpsons forever young. Have you ever wondered how the Simpsons regularly predicts future events? Who better to ask than the show's creators, performers, and writers, the celebrity guests? Be sure to follow and listen to Simpsons Declassified wherever you get your podcasts.
You have to run very fast to win the Manchester Road Race. The course record time is 21 minutes 4 seconds. It was set in 2022 by Olympian Connor Mance of Provo, Utah, Olympian Wayne Colati of Flagstaff, Arizona, authored the women's course record of 22 minutes 55 seconds in 2021. Come join the world's fastest distance runners. Register now for the Manchester Road Race at manchesterroadrace.com. That's manchesterroadrace.com. The Manchester Road Race is a great local tradition, and WTIC News Talk 1080 is proud to be a partner. WTIC has been Connecticut's radio station for over 100 years, with local talk shows talking about the things affecting our state and nation. Mornings with Brian and Company, 5:30 till 9, and Reese on the Radio, 2 till 6. Plus local news, weather, traffic, and sports. All on WTIC News Talk 1080. Because local radio is just better.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
It's our birthday. WTIC has been on the air for 100 years. And we don't look a day over 98.
Hey, we're back. Reese on the Radio, Roseanne on the Radio, hanging out. By the way, if you haven't done it yet and you're on Facebook, show Roseanne some love. It's ROZAN on the radio on Facebook. And you can just find her there. If you're on my page, just go there. I actually posted how you can follow Roseanne. So just follow. She does politics over there because she had a little bit of she had a little back and forth with her dad. That was, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure.
Well, let me set it up a little bit.
Okay.
So Roseanne talks about politics often. In fact, since she's had her conversion, if you will, she's become very involved in politics. She tries to keep it out of her life as much as possible, but when things are going on, she'll post about them, here and there. Or if one of her friends posts something, she'll respond to it. She's very, very excited about her newfound
awakening.
Or awakening.
I used to be woke, now I'm awake.
So in one exchange, her dad had written something to her. I think you should read it.
No.
No?
No.
You won't read it. Okay.
No.
All right, no problem. Anyway, it wasn't bad.
No, it's just I
You want to keep that private?
That's between me and my dad. Yeah.
Okay,
and
all right, good
and
enough.
I love my dad.
I know.
I wanted to be a daddy's girl since
I don't
was
think he
little.
wrote anything bad, though.
No, I think that it's private. That's between me and dad. And if dad ever says, sure, you can read it online, but I have to respect that.
Oh, okay.
it's
All right. I
between me and
wasn't.
dad.
Okay, no problem. Anyway, so your dad pretty much, let's just say, essentially said in the post, he believed that you should be more uniting than dividing. I guess he was suggesting that your commentary was a little more dividing and an us versus them and they're evil and they're evil kind of way.
I will say that my post was very us versus them, this particular post that he was commenting about. However, it is because I see what is happening in Europe, and I see it starting to pop up in certain cities across our country.
Dallas in particular, you've mentioned.
And Dearborn, and now it's happening in Nigeria, and what just happened in Gaza. There is a particular element that is more interested in a very violent attack against anyone who doesn't follow their rhetoric. And I think that it is essential that we stop caring about their feelings and start caring more about the integrity of our nation.
Right. And also just being able to tell the truth.
The truth, I think, is, I mean, if you If you are hiding behind your, I don't want to offend anyone, that's not nice, but they're new here. I don't care. If you don't like American values, don't come to America, right? And it's not my job to coddle you when you get here. It's my job to just be me, and your job is to integrate. And if I can't be honest, then because I love you, my choices are I will have this conversation over here away from you, or we will continue to debate until this relationship implodes.
Right. Now, you felt a little...
I felt hurt. I was really hurt.
You were hurt by... Really? You were hurt by what he said?
Yeah. Because my dad wasn't a part of my life for most of my life. That was by design, right? And so when my dad and I were finally able to come together and build our relationship, I'm very protective of being a good girl. And
you want to be good to your dad. You want your dad to see you in a very positive and...
Well, not only that, I don't want to offend him. I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to be combative with him because it's not healthy. It's not appropriate. I think.
And he wasn't, just for the record, he wasn't combative with you at all.
No.
Dad was being dad, and I know your dad. I love him. I call him Dad. Very, very respectful. He knows exactly the tone and tenor.
I love him. He's
the way in which he speaks to you.
Dad is a hippie, and not the dirty, smelly, funky kind of hippie, but Dad is very peace, love.
Right. He's not volatile. He's not that type. When you see him, he hugs, he smiles. He's always in a good place.
Always loves you. Even tells you, "I'm sorry if this, caused her." Like, no, Dad, it's okay. So it wasn't like there was any animus.
Yeah.
No, it was just I felt like it was a bit. I felt like it was a bit manipulative, right? Like, don't tell me that I'm being divisive when on your page you're kind of doing the same thing, but on your party side. And so if we can agree to disagree, and if you are factually incorrect, I will say, hey, that is literally factually incorrect, and these are the facts, just to sort of like show you that what you've posted is factually incorrect. But when I come over here and I post my opinion, which isn't based in fact, it's my opinion based off what I'm seeing. My opinion may be divisive to some, but what you're claiming to be fact is not. And so I kind of felt like if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander.
Right.
And so that's kind of where I felt hurt because I felt like.
Did you feel like you disappointed your father?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And then I started thinking about it from the boy's perspective and how he looks at me and how the boy and I converse politically. And
That's wow. That's an interesting way.
It's a very cool space to be in, where I'm in the middle of these two people that both disagree with my perspective, but probably disagree with one another as well.
But it's such a great dynamic. Let me tell you what's interesting about this and why I brought it up, because you didn't know I would bring it up anyway.
No.
But let me tell you why. No. I'm going to tell you why it's relevant, because as we talk about this in the space of politics all the time, when we spoke to Robert last night, the owner of Mulberry Street Pizza, he said, I'm an independent, but I lean more to the right. And he talks about one of the things that he loves about this show is that even like everybody's talking about politics, but what he loves about this show is that sometimes we talk about things that are just about life in general, our personal relationships.
We're not regurgitating the same thing that 7 people earlier did.
Exactly. Right. But what's interesting about this, in the world that we live in where everything is political, right? Everybody's got a political us versus, But what's interesting about this is that you were in the center of a relationship with your father and his daughter, and it is your son and his mother. You were dead set in the center with two people.
I can't win.
No.
Just can't.
But what's great
win.
is that you have got to navigate the world of the man that you love, your father, and of course the son that you love, and work in that space where you don't agree politically, but at the same time you have to do it with love and care and, you know what I'm saying, and consideration for the person that you really
it. No, I'm joking. I'm learning. I'm growing, right? I'm living in recovery.
But it's possible, Roseanne, is what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm learning and I'm growing. Living in recovery requires that I grow. When I stop growing, I'm dead, right?
Right.
This is Dean used to call AFGO, another fantastic growth
opportunity. Yeah.
Right. It's not really fantastic. Reach me offline and I'll tell you what it really is. This is an AFGO. I am learning right now how to be diplomatic. I'm learning how to be considerate. I'm learning how to speak to people without being dismissive, which you tell me I do all the time. I'm learning, and that is the wonderful position that God has put me in, is to be able to navigate these two men that I love, right? The boy is my child, but he is a young man. So I've got these two men that I love that vehemently oppose what I believe to be true American values. And you know what? It's okay. I love you. You love me. Let's not make this, COVID era or the first Trump administration where we can no longer speak because we disagree politically.
Yeah.
That's not the American way. The American way is we disagree, we debate, we move on.
Yeah. But you're getting a front row seat into that. And
front row seat. I am the show, baby. I'm in the middle of it.
Yeah. But it's an interesting, I'm watching you navigate that. Because you know me, I tell my friends and family, no matter what it is they believe, I look right in the face and just go, so what? I don't care. You're like, I don't. No, because I don't really have to care. And I'm not going to be bogged down.
That's a very male approach to things, though.
Exactly. But no. As a mother, right? And as a woman.
And as a daughter.
I
want to nurture the relationships.
Exactly. There you go.
I want to keep the relationships intact, and I want to keep lines of communication open, and that requires that I be flexible. Do you know how crappy it is to be a woman sometimes, that I have to be the flexible one all of the time?
Yeah. It is.
You know what? It's either I do the work or it falls apart. So it's the life of a woman.
You are always right back where I said you have to do the work. It's never easy. It's not supposed to be. Because if it were, everybody would do it.
Everybody'd do it.
Yeah. It's so, I'm glad, like I said, the reason why I wanted to bring it up was because listening to you talk about it, was it last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, I'm listening to you and I'm just going, okay.
Yeah, because the conversation took place in the morning before you left for work. And then when you came home and we're on our way to get dinner, I was like, so this thing's really bothering me. And you're like, really? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but it's good. It's a good space to talk about because there's a lot of people. No. It is a good space because having gone through it, it's unique. A lot of people are going through that. Thanksgiving, you're going to be around people politically who don't agree with you. And these are those, where are you going to be in those conversations? Are they going to be explosive, volatile? Will they ruin the holidays, as it were? And this is a unique place, so that's why I want you to talk about it.
And what's really good about it is women had traditionally been taught just keep your mouth shut, smile and nod. I don't do that. I'm not a smile and nod kind of girl. If I don't like you, I will smile and nod. Hi, how you doing? It's great to see you. Bye. Like, that's me not liking you. If I genuinely care about you and care about the relationship, I'm going to want to engage in conversation, and I'm learning to do so without being a jerk.
Give me a minute. Let me go to Grant, who's calling from Newington. How we doing, Grant?
Yes. I want to say welcome to WTIC.
Thank you, sir.
And I'd like to say God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless your family.
Thank you.
And God bless your listeners. Okay. I used to call up Pastor Will every so often. Now, the question I have, I don't know what topic you're talking about, but because I've been watching TV, but do you think that Republicans have a chance of taking any of the Congress seats next year?
Yes, and I would like to explain it by saying it's as simple as this. Politics are never in the future. They are in the now. And when I look at politics, people always talk about we did polling data that says that they could lose the midterm elections. And I'm going, you were polling 18 months before the midterm elections. Politics never work that way. Politics have always been how people go to those polling places. They ask themselves, what is my life like today? And the maneuvers of said administration or said party, have they affected the pocketbook issues that matter to me? Now, on the other hand, there are people who are just activists who don't care what those politics are. Those people are going to vote based upon, the politics of whether or not it's a D, whether or not it's an R, whether or not they hate Donald Trump, whether or not they like Democrats. But I think that the core of who we are, who sort of think of, if we allow the administration to fail, everything we worked so hard for will go away. then I think that Donald Trump has at least 6 to 8 months to turn all of this around so that Republicans remain in power. I think he's got way more time than people are giving him.
Okay, yeah, I understand that. That sounds good. What do you think that the Republicans need to do themselves to win these Congress seats for next year?
Mobilize and get on board. I think that they cannot be wishy-washy about who we are as conservatives and who we are as Americans. I do not think that you let any Democrat cede ground or take ground in any way. I think you need to exploit and expose Democrats for who they are, that they are the party that wishes for nothing and fights for nothing other than Donald Trump. If you can expose them for just saying they're fighting against Donald Trump and they're not fighting for you, I think that's a winning message. Because all you have to do is put your opponent on trial, in essence, right? You say, sure, you hate Donald Trump, but what are the Democrats offering you other than getting rid of Donald Trump? Like, what are they offering you? Because I would say that all day.
Okay, that's all they got is to say that bad Trump.
Yeah.
What do
you? I mean, I was like, yeah, you know what? Okay. I agree with you. Donald Trump's bad. What you got for me?
Yeah. Okay, so I remember, Rush Limbaugh, I used to be a regular listener of him, and he said that the best way to win a seat in Washington is to tell them that you're not part of the establishment down there in Washington. You're on your own, you do your own stuff, and you do your own common sense stuff. Now, I can't see, the Republicans, I think they have to do that. And
I think in every place that they run, if you're running for a seat and it's a tough seat, you have got to be able to not just establish who your opponent is, you've got to establish who you are. Because a lot of politics in these guys who are in the know, they're always saying, attack him for this, attack him for that. I'm like, no, when you're doing that, it's always, you can do both. You can attack your opponent for what they do. Don't be outlandish, actually use their record. But on the other side of that, you've really got to be able to tell people what you stand for and what you're going to provide for. But unfortunately, I got to go to a break. It's a hard one for me. Thank you.
One quick question. Are you coming to Newington at all?
I will. I promise you I'll be there.
Okay. Keep me informed.
Thank you, man. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back. More news, more views. It's Reese on the Radio with Roseanne on the radio on WTIC NewsTalk 1080.
We know that you want the best for your child. That's why you can trust our expert pediatric dentists here at Columbia Dental, who are trained to meet and handle your child's unique dental needs. Call Columbia Dental at 860-645-0111.
Sponsored by Progressive, we make the claim process easy so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at progressive.com.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Tech.
Cryptocurrency usage has leveled out in the U.S., with BCA research reporting that less than 2% of Americans reported using crypto for payments in 2024, up slightly from the previous year, but below the levels for 2021 and 2022. The research found that crypto used for just purchases has remained stable, while using crypto for money transfers only has declined over the past 3 years. I'm Jason Brooks.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. This Black Friday, enjoy exclusive savings on our high-quality rechargeable hearing aids. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and shop Black Friday deals before they're gone at audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
The following is a paid commercial advertisement.
From the Wall Street Sweeper Money Desk, Russ Hackman, president of Hackman Wealth Partners. Russ, why do some advisors push so much risk?
It's a dirty little secret out there that some advisors can get paid more in order to keep your investments in riskier areas, as opposed to moving them to areas where you might get more consistent income over time or have less market exposure. Get a second opinion on that.
For a comprehensive review, no cost, no obligation, 860-321-6800. 860-321-6800. 860-321-6800.
Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Discussion of safe and secure products and guaranteed income streams refer only to fixed insurance products and are subject to the claims-paying ability of the insurance company.
The Wall Street Sweeper with Russ Hackman, Sunday mornings at 9:30 on WTIC News Talk 1080.
It's Reese on the Radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
Hey, we are back, and only literally like for a second. But Tom and Thomason is on the line. What's going on, big guy?
Hey, hello, Reese. Hello, Roseanne.
Hello.
Roseanne,
yes.
I don't know if you were listening yesterday, but I heard one of Reese's stories, and he may have dated Tracy Morgan for a while in the early 2020s.
I think they were what we call tunnel buddies.
Oh, shut
okay,
up.
right.
You're so nasty. Thomas, that's not fair, dude. That's just cruel. Come on.
Maybe I got the story wrong.
Yeah,
My
you know,
bad.
it's okay. It happens all the time. I may have dated Tracy Morgan. Pretty good, sir. Thank you, man.
Hey,
yes.
Hey, Reese. I heard this morning on the radio, I think it was on TIC, they're doing remedial math in the grade school levels for colleges now.
Yes.
We're doomed. We're doomed if that keeps happening.
Yeah, man. it just goes to show you they are phoning it in when it comes to it's phoning it in on our education system. In college.
Yeah.
Sorry, Roland was telling me that they've been doing it, but that just shows you just how bad it's gotten, dude. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congress should pass a law that says you can't get out of high school if you're not proficient.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. Bottom line, that should be the case. Real quick, Roseanne, because I got to take a break. Thanks, Thomas.
I took remedial math in college, but in my defense, I was 40-something, and I hadn't been in high school in a very long – I hadn't been to school in a very long time. But they did. They put me in dumb math, and eventually I got a C-, and I'm not even going to tell you how I got through statistics and chemistry, but I did.
We got to take a break. We are out of here. Mark Christopher's in the BPS Traffic Center. How you doing, Mark?
Good for you, Roseanne. I couldn't pass statistics. I took a couple F's in statistics in my college career.
You should, and some of your parents didn't scream a couple of F's at you?
All I know is the problem started in the upper left-hand side of the board. It ended on the lower right-hand side of the board.
Yeah.
And I was getting about every third word from the professor.
Yeah.
So I couldn't understand a thing he was saying.
Weird. Like, what are those weird shapes in the math?
Yeah, it's I can add, subtract, multiply, divide, and after that, it's not pretty. Hey, if you're heading into Hartford right now, southbound 91, you're looking at delays from exit 36 down to 32 A and B. You're slowing again down by exit 28, and you're back into some stop-and-go traffic again from exit 21 down to exit 19 in Meriden. Northbound side of 91 is sluggish from the Middletown rest area up to exit 22 in Cromwell. After that, pretty good ride up into Hartford. Westbound 84 is slowing Manchester into East Hartford as you move up on the 384 on-ramp up to 57 for the Charter Oak Bridge. Again, delays just after 56 Governor Street out to 45 Flatbush Avenue. And again, slow traffic 36 Slater Road out to 33 in the 72 interchange in Plainville. Eastbound 84 locked up 44 Prospect Oakwood into the tunnel. 2 westbound slowing by exit 4. Again, at the 84 West merge. Heading into Middletown 9 northbound slowing Harbor Park to the Aragoni Bridge. Very heavy traffic this afternoon. 691 interchange in Cheshire up to the Mixmaster in Waterbury. 84 eastbound slowing approaching 17 up to 18 in Waterbury and 26 to the 691 interchange in Cheshire. Traffic and weather together on the 8 WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
Some clouds around for the remainder of this afternoon with a high of 50 degrees. And for tonight, cloudy, though clouds may break late, low of 34. Tomorrow, turning out mostly sunny. Should be a nice start to the weekend with a high of 49 degrees. Clear to partly cloudy for tomorrow night. Much chillier, low of 27. Much colder, though, for outlying areas. And for Sunday, sunshine will give way to some clouds, though it should be a nice second half of the weekend with a high around 45 degrees. This is meteorologist Matt Benz in the WTIC Weather Center.
WTIC is celebrating 100 years on the air and 100 years of serving Connecticut. This is WTIC and WTIC FM HD2 Hartford, an Odyssey station.
4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. Oh, they've exchanged some harsh words in the past, but at the White House today, President Trump welcomed the Democratic Socialist Mayor-elect of New York, Zohran Mamdani.
But I just want to congratulate. I think you're going to have hopefully a really great mayor. The better he does, the happier I am. I will say there's no difference in party. There's no difference in anything, and we're going to be helping him.
Mamdani said their mutual goal is the success of the Big Apple.
I appreciated the meeting with the president, and as he said, it was a productive meeting focused on a place of shared admiration and love, which is New York City, and the need to deliver affordability to New Yorkers, the 8.5 million people who call our city their home, who are struggling to afford life in the most expensive city in the United States of America.
There was anger and anguish in an Ohio courtroom today. Steve Kathan reports.
After a Columbus jury found an ex-police officer not guilty of murder and other charges in the 2023 shooting death of a pregnant black woman who'd been accused of shoplifting. Sean Walton is the attorney for Takaya Young's family.
The heartbreak of knowing what happened initially and believing for years that justice would be served, and just understanding how hard it is to convict a police officer in this country.
The families filed a lawsuit in civil court. The accused, Connor Grubb, had faced up to life in prison if convicted.
Former U.S. Secretary of Education delivered the keynote address today to the convention of the Connecticut Association of Boards of Education and the Connecticut Association of Public School Superintendents. Miguel Cardona, former state education commissioner, said there are challenges going forward. Cardona also said he wanted the rest of the nation to know what was happening in his home state when he was secretary.
You know, when I was Secretary of Education, I wore my Connecticut pride on my sleeve. I took every opportunity I could to talk about what was happening in Connecticut and how we're raising the bar in Connecticut. If we were leading the way, I wanted other states to know about it. If a district or a school in our state was doing something amazing, I wanted to brag about it.
Cardona challenged educators to lead more boldly in service to students going forward. One person has died in Enfield after police there say they were struck by a vehicle Thursday night. Police say the accident occurred at Route 190 Hazard Avenue and Glen Arden Lane. The driver of a Toyota Camry struck the victim, was later taken to Johnson Memorial Hospital and pronounced dead. That crash remains under investigation. Ukraine President Zelensky, in an address to the Ukrainian people, said he's working constructively with the U.S. on the 28-point peace plan to put forward jointly by the Americans and Russians. But Zelensky also said he'll not betray Ukraine as he does so. Former CBS News Moscow Bureau Chief Beth Noble.
Ukrainian President Zelensky is sounding pretty dismayed about this new 28-point peace plan, which was drafted by the Trump administration and Russia without Ukrainian input. President Zelensky saying Ukraine may have to break from the United States if it tries to push it into accepting that plan, because the proposal is so lopsided. It basically gives Ukraine very little that it's asked for and gives Russia pretty much everything it wants, like keeping the Ukrainian territory that it's taken and putting limits on Ukraine's military.
And in New Haven, Yale and Harvard will meet in their traditional game tomorrow with a lot on the line. Both could advance to the National College Football Playoff for the first time. WTIC's Dave Mager.
At the center of this battle is Yale sophomore quarterback Dante Reno out of Cheshire Academy, son of Bulldogs head coach Tony Reno.
I mean, he's been progressing well throughout the season. I think he could come into this game and certainly surprise a lot of people.
That is Walter Royal of Minnesota, who will call Yale student play-by-play as a sophomore. He knows the party around the game is as big a story as the game itself.
Everybody's super excited. I mean, the parties have already started. Everybody's talking about where they're going to tailgate.
And the Yale Bowl could see a crowd like it hasn't seen in decades.
The bowl's going to be packed.
The game is sold out. Capacity is more than 61,000. Dave Maker, WTIC 1080 News.
Wall Street, big day on this Friday. The Dow up 493 points. NASDAQ ahead 195. S&P up 64. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Do you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is letting everyone know about great debt relief options now available to help people with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of your credit card debt. Get a free debt relief consultation when you call 800-548-4040. 800-548-4040. That's 800-548-4040.
Second opinions.
You get them with your health.
So why not with your wealth?
Your stock market investments deserve a second opinion.
At Henyon & Walsh, it only takes a second
to schedule your free second opinion.
Go online and search for Henyon & Walsh, the second opinion people. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Henyon & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Henyon & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
It's Reese on the radio. And don't say we didn't warn you on NewsTalk 1080 WTIC.
All right, well, I mean, he will be on the show, but he's just not going to be in the studio. We'll get him on the phone. Alex Thomas is calling in. We're going to talk to him about, of course, both of those cases as they relate to the incarcerated. We'll talk to him in a second. I'm still going to chide him. I'm just going to chide him. I like the guy. He's quirky, but, I like the guy. I was expecting him to be here. I thought I would have a good time with him in the studio, But, it's okay. We'll get him on the phone. We'll talk to him anyway. It's important to talk to him. It's not about whether or not he's here. The story is important. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's do this thing. It wasn't loud enough? I apologize. I thought it was too loud. Anyway, today, congratulations to Lee A. in Winstead. He is the recipient of the Between Rounds dozen bagels a month for 6 months, courtesy of Between Rounds, the Bagel Bakery and Sandwich Cafe, located in South Windsor, Vernon, and Manchester. If you'd like to participate, you got to go online. Go to reeseontheradio.com. That's REESE on the radio.com. To enter, put in your phone number, put in your date of birth. You must live in the state of Connecticut. You cannot have one within the last 6 months. You cannot be Roseanne on the radio. You have to follow all of those rules in order to win, all right? You can enter as many times as you like. And also, don't forget, you can buy the Becca. It's the bacon, egg, and cheese on Chipotle, mayo, and avocado on a bagel. 50 cents of that goes to the Connecticut Food Share, okay? Help out Jason Jakubowski. He's a good guy. All right, and when we return, we will talk to Alex Thomas, who is the civil rights attorney in a couple of cases that we're trying to get to the bottom of. We'll talk to him about that in a second. Let's get to Mark Christopher in the BPS Traffic Center.
All right, Reese, thank you very much. Well, if you're 91 southbound coming into Hartford, look for delays from exit 36 in Windsor down to 32A and B. More heavy traffic down by 28. Another slowdown, 23 in Rocky Hill down to exit between 20 and 19. We have an accident there. It looks like it's on the right shoulder now, so that's the delay there. Northbound 91's heavy, 20 up to 22 in the Route 9 interchange at Cromwell. After that, a good ride Hartford up into Windsor. If you are traveling westbound 84, you'll see delays 384 on-ramp in Manchester up to 57 in East Hartford. Again, 56 Governor Street out to 45 Flatbush Avenue. More delays again from 36 Slater Road in New Britain down to exit 33 in the 72 interchange. If you're heading into Waterbury, westbound 84 is very heavy. 691 interchange in Cheshire up to the Mixmaster in Waterbury. 84 eastbound Waterbury tight 17 to 18. Again, 26 down to the 691 interchange in Cheshire. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
The clouds have been with us all day long. Clouds likely to stick around here through this evening and into tonight. High this afternoon up to 50. We're down to 34 here for tonight with a cloudy sky, though clouds may break late. That will reveal a mostly sunny day to start off tomorrow. High of 49 for the afternoon. The clear sky tomorrow night, low of 27. And for Sunday, dry last half of the weekend. Sunshine will give way to some afternoon clouds, a high 45. Right now it's 46 in Windsor Lock, 46 right now in Manchester, and 48 in Hartford. This is meteorologist Matt Benz in the WTIC Weather Center.
Hi, Eric Hogarth with Money Wisdom. This week, we discuss the latest tips in financial planning and real solutions for your money questions. Don't just save, thrive with Money Wisdom on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Join us this Sunday for Tumalo Financial, your go-to for retirement planning and taxes. Tune into the father-son duo from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. or catch replay from 5 to 6 p.m. Tumalo Financial, retirement planning with integrity on WTIC News Talk 1080.
The Manchester Road Race is back for the 89th running on Thanksgiving morning. This world-class event that attracts Olympians and families alike is one of the greatest sports traditions in Connecticut. You can register now at manchesterroadrace.com. And please keep in mind that net proceeds from this year's race will go to Connecticut Food Share and the Manchester Area Conference of Churches Charities to provide food to those in need. So if you don't register, the charities lose. Please register today at manchesterroadrace.com. A winning team has great players and coaches with different strengths and expertise, but all with a common goal: to win. A full-service law firm is no different. At BPS Lawyers, we have top legal minds in every specialty: personal injury, business law, family law, criminal defense, and more. Visit any of our 6 offices across Connecticut. When it comes to the law, you don't just need a lawyer. You need a full-service law firm. BPS Lawyers, your lawyers for life. Visit bpslawyers.com. Proud full-service law partner of UConn Athletics. Nick Payne-Dearest is responsible for this ad.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Disclaimer: an antivirus is just half protection online. It will not protect you from snoopers or encrypt your online traffic. So this Black Friday, get better online protection with NordVPN. NordVPN will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Get the NordVPN Black Friday deal with 73% off and enjoy 3 extra months.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/life.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
It's Reese on the Radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
All right, we are back. Let's get directly to the phones. On the line is civil rights attorney Alex Tarbus is on the line. Thank you and welcome back, sir. I'm disappointed that you couldn't be here. You're too damn busy. What do you just you're saving everybody, Alex? Is that what's going on?
We're working overtime here. Couldn't make it out in person, but happy to be on the air again. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. So I'm going to get into J. Allen Jones in a bit. But I want to talk about the case that was brought to my attention just recently that you are working on with LaShonda Gregory. And she has filed a claim for $2.5 million, and she was allowed to do that because I think it was the Department of the Corrections. It says that what's called the Rape Prison Rape Elimination Act allowed her to go forward with her claims because she was sexually assaulted, or raped for that matter, inside a jail cell. The two perpetrators have been convicted, but it is William Tong's office that is offering Miss Gregory a paltry $25,000 for what was done to her. Talk to me a little bit about how we got here and why you believe that William Tong is behaving in this fashion.
Well, first of all, thanks again for having me on here and giving me the opportunity to talk about LaShonda Gregory, my client who was raped by two separate Connecticut Department of Correction officers who took her out of her cell in the middle of the night on third shift and repeatedly sexually assaulted her. And when this case came across my desk, it was really a no-brainer. I mean, the correctional officers are there to work. They're not there to get tail. So this entire thing was a complete shameful situation. And regardless of what happens to the individual officers, the fact that this was able to happen repeatedly in a building covered in cameras, and in fact, one of these officers was seen on camera thrusting his hips through one of the railings at the York Correctional in Niantic, Connecticut. When that is happening and going on so brazenly, some responsibility needs to take place at the state level. And so we brought this case, and the claims commissioner found it was just inequitable for us to move forward. And then despite that, we get this $25,000 offer. And I'm glad that you brought that up. The Prison Rape Elimination Act is supposed to set up a zero-tolerance policy. But with Attorney General Tong, it seems like we have a zero-shame policy.
That's the incredible part about this, is because this is the second time, in my view, I mean, just since I've been here, you've had to deal with William Tong being incredibly dismissive of crimes. I mean, I thought it was bad enough we had a murder. Now we're dealing with a rape where he has been over just over ridiculous about how in which he decides to so-called protect the fiscal taxpayer in some sort of way. These are egregious crimes. There is no way that he can justify what he is offering in this case and how he's responded to Jay Allen's case. Talk to me about your dealings with William Tong and why you think he behaves in this way.
Well, to be fair, I don't know if he's been fully informed. I don't know if he's being correctly informed, and I don't know if he knows the full facts. Because when this first came out, I shared this settlement email that was sent to me, not really because of the $25,000. I've received worse.
Yeah.
It was more because, and you know, most of the time these offers come with a message saying, this is confidential, or it's in the process of a mediation, or during a court case. This was none of those. But additionally, it had some really wild language saying that, you know, this whole thing was my client's fault because she was the instigator of these officers. And that's what I thought was really offensive. And so I shared that with legislators.
Can I read that? The quote you're talking about is, and I have a difficult time pronouncing this, it is contributorily negligent? Is what he referred to your client?
Yes, contributorily negligent, which, you know, aside from it's legalese, it's also legally wrong because the doctrine was abolished in Connecticut over 20 years ago. But the more offensive part was that he said that she was the instigator, the willing participant in these incidents. And so I thought that was of public interest. I shared it with legislators. And in response, we got a letter from Attorney General Tong himself saying, we've never said that Ms. Gregory was responsible for her own assaults, and Attorney Talbis was unethical for releasing that email because that was in the spirit of settlement. So I think that maybe Attorney General Tong was told, oh, that was just one email, you know, it's being misinterpreted, taken out of context, and that's not really what's going on. And so, unfortunately, we had to inform the Attorney General, I don't know if the message has reached his desk yet, but that he's completely wrong, because throughout this case, the victim blaming of the victim, the inmate who had a crime committed against her, like you said correctly, multiple times, has being blamed over and over again. And this has been a pattern coming out of his office.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know if he's fully informed, and that's part of the reason why I came on here tonight, was because he needs to, it needs to be brought to his attention. It was not just one email. There was a deposition. For hours, his assistant attorney general harangued my client, blamed her for the situation, said that she was doing it voluntarily, which is not even possible legally. Like, that's like telling a child that they were molested voluntarily. It's completely offensive. And then he continued at the hearings before the claims commissioner saying, oh, she solicited all this stuff live on tape, on the record. And so we had to it was only after I got this letter from Attorney General Tong that I realized, we have to show him that this has been his office's strategy the whole time.
Yes, this is the thing I'm talking about. By the way, we're on the phone with Alex Thomas, civil rights attorney. He is handling the cases, or at least the case of LaShonda Gregory. He had sued the William Tong office about the tape of the death of J. Allen Jones. We'll get to that in a second. This is what I'm talking about. Now, look, I don't care about the civil rights organizations, outside of the NAACP, Black Lives Matter, 860. I don't care about any of them. They're not bringing enough attention to this. I've brought more attention to this story than they have. And they're the ones who called me the Uncle Tom, which that's an aside. The point I want to get out here, Alex, is about this. One, this is William Tong and his office's MO. They spend an awful lot of time doing press conferences about how many times they sue Donald Trump, but they refuse to even respond. As you just said, you don't even know if William Tong knows about it. I'll tell you why. Because he is grandstanding in front of the camera about how many times he could sue Donald Trump. Now, why is it that the regular news media is not covering this story? I can't get FSB, I can't get TNH covering this at all. Not that I expect you to run a PR campaign, but why don't they care?
I really want to just thank you for shining a light on that and to really hit the nail on the head exactly. And one thing I really like about you and your show is that it's just about no BS from any corners.
That's right.
And in this situation, and I agree with that completely. I voted for William Tong at one time, and at this point I'm really disappointed because of how his office is approaching this situation. And what I tell the organizations and the civil rights groups and the lawyers and the people who are listening is we have to, fight for what we believe in at the national level. But where we have the most influence and where we can make the biggest change is right here at home, where we've got things going on right here in Connecticut, right here throughout the state. There are struggles that people are going through, serious injustices that people are facing. And we need to raise our voices right here. And Attorney General Tong needs to keep his eyes right here and not just down in Washington, D.C., where maybe he wants to go serve one day in the Senate or the Congress, but he needs to think about what's happening right here in Connecticut.
Right. This is the litmus test for whether or not he can do what he's doing on a national level. At least serve the town that you're representing. That's the part I don't understand about this guy.
Exactly. So, the women in Niantic, Connecticut, many women who served time in that prison, and also people who've worked there on the DOC side have told me that that she is not my client, Ms. Gregory, is not the only victim of this kind of misconduct. She just happens to be one of the only people who spoke out about it. And look at where she is now. As the news has correctly reported, Ms. Gregory this year, after her case progressed before the claims commissioner, was shipped out of state to a Delaware prison.
Wow.
Where she's currently serving her sentence hundreds of miles away from her family. No one is able to visit her. She's completely isolated from anyone she previously knew. And to all the women back in Niantic, they can't help but wonder, is this what would happen to me if I spoke out against the blue?
Exactly.
And there's two teams there at that facility, the tan team and the blue team. And if we cross the line and criticize the other team, what's going to happen to us?
See, this is the thing I don't understand. And you know what the part that bothers me, Alex? Look, aside from the fact that the obvious is the obvious, this is a blue state. But LaShonda Gregory is a woman of color who was abused inside the prison system, which the people in the legislature and the people who are in politics in this state believe unjustly. They say is unjust to people of color. They are treated unfairly. This is what they promote all day, every day. They get in front of the cameras and do it. Here they have a prime example of it. Here they have a prime example of it.
I'm not sure she'd be shipped off to Delaware and blamed for her own rape if her name was Becky or Karen.
But exactly, that's what I'm starting to think. It's like, all of those platitudes mean nothing when a woman gets raped, happens to be a woman of color. What do? They punish her and keep her away from her family after she's been assaulted and been made to feel like she's even further a victim. Now she's isolated. Nobody can visit her. What are they expecting her to do? These type of situations cause people to harm themselves. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but sadly, Ms. Gregory lost her mother earlier this year. And believe it or not, the day that she was transferred this year happened to fall on Mother's Day. The first Mother's Day she had without her mother. She was taken out of state and brought to an out-of-state facility in Delaware, where she's remained ever since. So, it's kind of sick, and we also believe that it was because she was speaking out about a third assault that had occurred by a third officer. So there's a real stinking problem, and I will note that there is an office that has been conducting an investigation of the York facility. That investigation is ongoing, and I hope that it continues to completion. It isn't quashed, and that people need to bring this to Attorney General Tong's attention and make him understand that in Connecticut we have a zero-tolerance policy.
Yeah, he's got an obligation to do that. Before we let you get out of here in a minute and a half, Alex, so the J. Allen Jones case, we know the judge, which you spoke so eloquently at that hearing to get the video released, the judge has decided to release the video. We know we're not going to see it until after Thanksgiving. I'd love to get your response to the decision that the DOC is going to release it after Thanksgiving. Do you think it was an opportunity to keep it from sort of rabble-rousers during the holiday spirit?
Well, I'm not sure about that, but what I will say is that I do look forward to it being released, but I will note that there still remains some issues. The judge ordered that Mr. Jones's genitals and buttocks be redacted and blurred in the footage. And that was not at the request of Mr. Jones's family or his attorneys. And in fact, his family and his attorneys have objected in the court to the blurring, because the blurring of his genitals and of his buttocks also blurs the hands of the officials who took his life away. And so the video that even is going to be released after Thanksgiving, I might add, might not be the final volume of this story, and that there may still very well be more fighting to be done on the point of what is this privacy that the judge was trying to protect, when what we want is transparency around what the DOC has done.
All right. Alex, do me a favor. Well, I've got Aaron's number. We're going to keep in touch with you as this progresses. We're keeping our eye on this story. Even if the regular news media isn't, we're going to make sure that more and more people know about Jay Allen and they know about LaShonda. Let's see if we can get her back home, okay?
I really greatly appreciate that. Thank you for all you're doing.
Not a problem, sir. Thank you. All right. Alex Taubes, folks, civil rights attorney. Thanks, man. We'll come back. More news, more views. We'll talk a little bit about this on the other side. I'll read some of the text messages when we return. Mark Christopher, he's in the BPS Traffic Center. Hey, Mark.
All right, Reese, thank you very much. Good afternoon to you and to everyone. And if you're heading into Hartford right now, look for delays on the southbound side of I-91 in Windsor 36 down to 32A and B in Hartford. Again, slowing down by exit 28. More slow traffic 23 down to 22 in the Route 9 interchange. And then you're sluggish again approaching 19 down to 17 in Meriden. If you're on the northbound side of 91, that's slowing between 20 and 22 and the Route 9 interchange. After that, good ride into Hartford. Westbound 84 tied up. 384 on-ramp at Manchester up to 57. Again, 56 Governor Street out to 45 Flatbush Avenue. Slow traffic again in New Britain approaching 36 Slater Road out to 33 and the 72 interchange in Plainville. 84 eastbound locked up 44 Prospect Oakwood to the Bothie again out by 59 and the 384 interchange. If you're heading toward Waterbury, westbound 84 tied up Cheshire from the 691 interchange up to the Mixmaster in Waterbury. 84 eastbound slowing 17 up to the Mixmaster and again 26 down to the 691 interchange. Southbound Parkway delays 52 92 into the West Rock Tunnel. 91 southbound slowing 6 in toward the 95 interchange. Traffic and weather together on the 8th. WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
For the rest of this afternoon, rather cloudy with a high of 50 degrees. And for tonight, cloudy, low of 34. Tomorrow, we'll see more sunshine returning here across the area. Temperatures, though, not responding much with a high around 49. Then for tomorrow night, clear to partly cloudy, much chillier, low of 27 degrees. And heading into Sunday, night second half of the weekend, sunshine will give way to some clouds for the afternoon. Temperatures rising up to a high of 45 degrees for Sunday. This is meteorologist Matt Benz in the WTIC Weather Center.
Follow WTIC News Talk 1080. Don't miss out on important updates in Connecticut. From breaking need-to-know news, weather alerts, and more. Follow WTIC News Talk 1080 on the Odyssey app now. And now, a WTIC News Update.
45 degrees at 4:30. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. A 6-year-old child remains in the hospital with serious injuries after being hit by a car Thursday in Norwalk. Officers say the accident occurred around 3:45 p.m. on Seaview Ave. Police say the car was headed on Seaview when the child ran across the road and was hit. Enfield police say one person died when they were struck by a vehicle Thursday evening. That accident occurred at Route 190 in Glenarden Lane. The driver did stay at the scene and is cooperating. The victim was pronounced dead at Johnson Memorial Hospital. Reports of bipartisan agreement on a panel President Trump has commissioned at the start of this year that FEMA should not be totally dismantled. Ukraine President Zelensky says his country faces choices of losing dignity or risking the loss of a key partner with the U.S. as it reviews America's 28-point plan to reach an end to the war with Russia. Officials at Bradley Airport say they're predicting about 95,000 to pass through over the next 10 days as travelers make their way to their Thanksgiving holiday destinations. They'll also be advised to leave early and get to the airport on time to check in with TSA. You can also check the TSA website for information on carry-on and other guidelines. Giants rookie quarterback Jackson Dart will miss a second consecutive game because of a concussion. Interim coach Mike Kafka said today that Dart remains in the NFL's concussion protocol and will not play Sunday against the Lions. Jameis Winston will start again in Dart's absence. Wall Street, it was a big day to close out the week. The Dow was up over 500 points. The NASDAQ ahead 195 and the S&P up 64. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health. And if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Northeast Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments, in most cases, have made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-930-5956. That's 800-930-5956. Or go to northeastmenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the Northeast to serve you. Northeast Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. This Black Friday, enjoy exclusive savings on our high-quality rechargeable hearing aids. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and shop Black Friday deals before they're gone at audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million years worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Stay locked in. Reese on the Radio is on WTIC News Talk 1080.
We're going to get weather and traffic in a second. So Alex Taubes was just on the program and talking about LaShonda Gregory and her case. You found out something about the prison elimination.
Yeah, so they have something called the Prison Rape Elimination Act, and basically the way that it's being utilized, or at least the way that they're claiming, is that it was the safest way to ensure LaShonda's safety. However, you've got several Democratic leaders in this state shooting off letters to Tong indicating that they felt that this was retaliation.
Yeah, many people believe that it was retaliation.
And typically you would transfer a woman to, from what it says, New Jersey, New York, some of the surrounding states. They sent her all the way to Delaware.
Yeah.
And we've been to Delaware.
Yeah.
There's nothing out there.
But it's incredibly far because when you're in Delaware, no matter where you're going, everything is the outskirts of anywhere else.
And then Connecticut state law clearly states that an inmate is legally incapable of consenting to sex.
Right.
So for them to even utilize this and then for someone to agree to say, oh, yeah, well, she was complicit, like she participated. Legally, she lacks the legal capacity to consent. Because she is an inmate. She is under the charge of those COs. Those COs have a moral and legal obligation to ensure her safety and refrain from any inappropriate relations.
One of our close sources just informed me that she was transferred on a Sunday.
On a Sunday, on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
From what we were just told.
That's right. Yeah, it said it happened on Monday. And that was, unfortunately, the same day that she was transferred was the same.
Who does a transfer on Sundays?
Yeah.
Who made that drive?
Yeah, he said he's not a conspiracy theorist, but I mean, it screams of.
Listen, if it smells.
Yeah,
fishy.
Yeah, it probably is fish.
Not chicken.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
That's but we got to keep an eye. When this stuff comes across my desk, whenever I'm doing a news story, I always know something is afoot because when I look at a story like this, I go, why am I reading about it in the Connecticut Sentinel? Nothing against the Sentinel. I write for them. I have an article in their paper every week. But what I'm saying is that Connecticut Sentinel is doing the job that the mainstream media should do. Right. But that being said, LaShonda Gregory has all the markings of what the basic news media always, like what we dealt with in the George Floyd era. She checks all their boxes.
She should be front
and center.
Absolutely.
Exactly. We need, if the media needed a Georgia Floyd, she fit the bill.
She is the stereotype.
Exactly.
I mean, she is what they want.
Exactly.
Poor,
but yet,
black, disenfranchised woman, being brutalized by these evil law enforcement white men. Like this is all the markers.
Yeah, and it's funny because the fact that they won't touch it makes me suspicious of why. And again, I hate having to do it, but I don't like attacking the media. I don't like going over it because I want to consider them colleagues in the sense, but when they drop the ball like this is bad because when it operates in silence, that means more abuse can happen because no one's going to hold anyone accountable. They are not the fourth estate.
We just had a conversation this morning with a friend with what she was told by the media.
Yeah.
And then what the truth is.
Yeah. It's a constant. We got to take another break. Let's get to another check. No, he's not there yet. Okay.
So we were told, this friend was told a certain thing by the media, believed it, and when the truth is presented, it's like, oh, that's different from what I heard.
Right.
When you were, and I know this as a recovering liberal Democrat, I was force-fed certain things, and I believed them completely and absolutely, and then being forced to watch the full thing in its full context, I got a different perspective, and I shifted.
Let's get another check of traffic and weather. Mark Christopher, he's in the BPS Traffic Center. Hey, sir.
Hey, Reese, thank you very much. Well, if you're heading 91 northbound right now, you've got some slow traffic as you move up on exit 21 up to 22 and the Route 9 interchange. And then look out for an accident between 36 and 37 in Windsor. The left lane is reportedly blocked there, so you want to stay to the right with that. If you are traveling on the southbound side of 91, look for slow traffic 36 down to 32 A and B. Again, down by exit 28. Slow, and again, 23 down to just south of exit 21 in Cromwell. And tight again, 20 Country Club Road down to 17 for the Wilbur Cross Parkway in Meriden. Westbound 84 slows 384 on ramp in Manchester to 57 in East Hartford. Again, delays 56 Governor Street out to 45 Flatbush Avenue. More slow traffic 84 westbound from exit approaching 36 Slater Road out to 33 and the 72 interchange. Eastbound side of 84 locked up 44 Prospect Oakwood to the Bulkley, a little tight out by 59 in the 384 interchange. 291 eastbound slowing I-91 over to the Bissell Bridge. If you are heading into Waterbury, westbound 84 delays 691 interchange in Cheshire to the Mixmaster. 84 eastbound Waterbury tight approaching 17 to the Mixmaster. Southbound Parkway, you're slowing 52 now in Hamden down into the West Rock Tunnel. This traffic report being brought to you by Columbia Implant Center in Manchester. Stuck in traffic again? Don't waste another minute. Columbia Implant Center in Manchester gets you in and out fast, often in just one day. Open 7 days a week. Get your smile back now. Columbia Implant Center, ColumbiaImplantCenter.com. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
And for the remainder of today, well, it's just clouding up and it's getting dark out there quickly. And for tonight, turning out cloudy. Could see a stray shower here later on tonight. A low of 34. Could start off with that stray shower early tomorrow morning, but things should turn out mostly sunny by the midday and afternoon. Temperatures heading up to a high of 49 degrees. Tomorrow night, clear to partly cloudy. Colder low of 27. And for Sunday, sunshine giving way to some afternoon clouds. Should be a nice day, albeit cool, with a high of 45. Right now, it's 47 in Bristol, 46 in Manchester, and 48 here in Hartford. This is meteorologist Matt Benz in the WTIC Weather Center.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition, available in so many delicious varieties. Classic, cage-free, organic, free-range, and pasture-raised. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Looking to retire with confidence? Get the answers you need. Tune in to Wall Street Sweeper with Russ Hackman. Sunday mornings at 9:30 on NewsTalk WTIC AM. Strategies, insights, and smart retirement talk. Don't miss it.
If you've been injured, you deserve more than what the insurance company offers you or thinks you're worth. When you get Carter, we'll help you get more. More experience, more attention, and more accessibility. People who hire an attorney get 3 times more on average compared to what big insurance offers them. Their job is to get you to take less. Ours is to get you more. If you've been injured, call the Carter Mario Law Firm at 877-GET-CARTER or head to getcarter.com to get more.
Attention all dog owners. If you have ever listened to the radio or TV for any length of time, you've probably heard of America's #1 dog supplement, Rough Greens. Greetings, naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black, Amazon best-selling author and founder of Rough Greens here. And if your dog suffers from bad breath, itchy skin, licking paws, joint pain, or low energy, the truth is their food is probably to blame. You see, all commercial dog food is dead food. That's why I created Rough Greens. One daily scoop gives your pup the live vitamins, omega oils, probiotics, and enzymes that will bring their food back to life. Don't believe me? Let your dog try it before you buy it. I'll send you a free Jumpstart trial bag, risk-free. You just cover the shipping. Go to roughgreens.com. That's RUFFgreens.com. Use discount code NEWS. Don't wait. Give your dog the gift of vibrant health. Order now. It'll be at your house in a few days. Go to roughgreens.com. That's RUFFgreens.com. Discount code NEWS for your free Jumpstart trial bag today. Rough Green. We make any dog food better.
The NAACP calls him, whoa, I don't think I'm allowed to read this. It's Reese on the Radio. Let's just say some people are not fans. On News Talk 1080, WTIC.
Hey, we are back. Roseanne is here. Don't forget, if you're on Facebook, go to Roseanne on the Radio, ROZAN. Show her some love. Show her that she's... you at least pay some sort of attention to her on the air.
Tell me I'm pretty.
Tell me I'm pretty. Would you consider yourself a vain person at all?
Oh, I'm excruciatingly vain. I know this to be true. I look at myself and I'm like, God, I need to do this and I need to get these and this here and why not? I mean, there's all sorts. No.
Is it? Do you think it's just a natural vein, like because you're a woman? Is that like a trait of women? Do you think?
I think that it is natural for a lot of women, not all women, to kind of, as we age, start recognizing that things aren't what they used to be, or they're not as supple and plump and moist, and it requires extra work. And I'm kind of where I'm at now is like, it's either like plastic surgery or just resign to the fact that
You've considered that.
I'm still waiting. Trust me.
You're not getting any plastic surgery.
Okay. You're so cute.
What kind of plastic surgery are you talking?
I mean, just.
Do you really want to reveal that?
Yeah, I don't care. Dolly Parton talked about it all the time. Listen, look, I'm gonna show you. I want to get this tightened up a little bit.
No.
I want to get this taken care of. I'd like to spruce up the girls. Yeah.
You would do all of that.
Absolutely. I want to get hair plugs.
Really?
Absolutely. A little bit of a facelift. Maybe some fillers. A little bit off the tip here, up the nose.
Do you understand that I wouldn't be able to recognize it? Like, I would look at you and kind of go, what if I don't like it?
Well,
I don't think you should do it. I think that you should hold off as long as you possibly can. You might turn out to be an incredibly handsome old woman.
Handsome, that's lovely. First. Secondly, listen, if you start the maintenance work early, it's less obvious. So I don't want to wait till I'm 60 and it's this. You know what I
know
mean?
that. I
like
get
if
it.
I do it now, it's just a little bit. It's like, look, just that's it.
Why? Look.
That's it. I mean, it's not a lot. And it's not even for you. It's not for them. It's for Roseanne.
No, I get that. What I'm saying to you is that, well, first of all, you can't be vain and have it be for you.
Yes, I can.
Okay, whatever. What I'm saying is that there are, have you ever considered like natural alternatives? You're a big natural alternative medicine-wise, things like that. Aren't there natural facelift things that you can do, like certain things that you can
works.
Why not? What do you mean none of it works?
I don't know. I don't make up the rules because it's not just about supplementation and hydration. There are things that happen. There's a loss of collagen. There's a loss of fat naturally. There's gravity just taking place. There's all sorts of, there's muscles that are losing their turgor.
Right.
It requires intervention.
I like that word, turgor.
Turgor.
So you would sooner do it in a cosmetic way as opposed to other. I find not that
I use all the oils and the serums now. I do. You smell my hair every night with the rosemary oil. I do it. I mean, I have my natural stuff. That doesn't mean I'm opposed.
Did you just say you brought up the rosemary oil?
Yeah.
You know I can't stand that stuff.
You know what? I am so vain. I refuse to be bald. I'm not doing it. And I know, listen, ladies, my husband told me he would buy me a wig.
I did.
I don't want to wear a wig. I want my hair. God blessed me with two things, great hair and personality. He told me everything else I could buy. I'm telling you, it's what God told me.
Jacob says PRP injections are natural.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Okay, tell me a little bit about those.
It's a platelet something. It's basically your own platelets. From what I know about PRP right now is they do it in your scalp, and it helps. It's think like stem cells, and it regrows things naturally, like wakes things up. It revitalizes the youth.
Lori says that retinoids help with the minimization of wrinkles, and I find she says that collagen helps as well.
Right. So retinoids work for wrinkles. I just have like my 11 right here, right? Like that's the big one.
I'm sorry, you have what?
My 11.
Oh, you right. The number 11. I
Right.
never really thought of that.
Yeah.
Now.
So I have my 11 here, but wrinkles,
It does look like 111, to be honest. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't. Go ahead. I'm sorry. God.
We'll fight about that one later. I don't have wrinkles per se. It's just that there's a loss of turgor in the skin. So things are just naturally falling down, right? There's not a lot of wrinkles. And collagen, that one is kind of, I've done a little bit of research because the body's digesting, like stomach acids are actually killing most of it. It's not really giving all of the oomph that you can really get from it. So I'm looking for alternative ways of getting collagen, but ingesting it isn't for the money. It's not as effective as I would like it to be.
Now I've got to be honest with you. and it shows how little I pay attention to this kind of stuff. But to learn right now how much you've invested information gathering.
I told you I'm a very vain woman. Why do you think I don't wear glasses?
No, but
I can't.
No,
see
but I didn't. I
squat.
would have never have known that you investigated this much. So I know about the breast augmentation thing that you're thinking about, and I do know that you want to do like the plug thing with the hair. You're very sensitive about that, but I didn't know that you had gotten this much into it. But the ladies are talking, so I'm going to. So as they throw it out,
I'll take it.
I'm just bring it up. Lori also says, "What about red light therapy? Are you?
I've thought about it.
You thought about it?
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me about that. What's the
Red light therapy is supposed to stimulate deep on a cellular level and replump and revitalize again, which is kind of what is the opposite of what's happening with aging. So
Okay.
red light therapy is supposed to be really good. The problem is getting the correct power of the red light.
Okay.
And finding a place where you can do it, and they actually know what they're doing.
Oh, okay, like a reputable place that
Right,
gets
because
it done.
people are like, oh, red light sauna. Yes, the light inside the sauna is red, but it's not the right.
Right, it's not doing the thing that it's supposed to do.
Well, it's like the difference between putting a red light bulb in there and having a specific UV rating and a certain power, and there's certain wavelengths that are being emitted. So not all red light therapies are the
Is there a
same.
degree of like microwaving going on in this?
Sort of, but there's a type of there's a specific type of red light. So it's not just a red light bulb. There's a specific type of red light. Like you can get a growing lamp, right, to keep you warm, which is very different from the white lamp that you would use for seasonal affective disorder. They look the same.
Oh, I know this one. Season affective disorder is for you live in a town that doesn't have a lot of sunlight. This is
And people tend to get really depressed, right? So they have these little light therapy things. So that white light is very different from a grow light. There's different emissions that are coming out of it that affect the body differently. So getting the correct red light therapy is essential.
it's going to be sensitive. There are a lot of women who are into this, and I'm assuming there are not as many men, right?
I don't believe men are as concerned with aging. Men get better looking with age, right?
I was steering you to that direction. I
Women
knew
are
you were going to
not
say it.
running around looking for the next 19 or 20-year-old that they can bang. 50-year-old guys, oh my God, the young, look, 24, 25, I'll take two. Like you guys are great about.
Why is it no? Okay, so you say that a lot. You always say men age better than women do.
You are far more attractive today than you were when you were younger. I don't care what anybody else says to you.
Okay, no, I'd agree with you.
I think you're beautiful.
And that's kind of
A younger you.
You saw pictures of me when I was younger with the dreads. In fact, you said one of the pictures where I thought I looked like a supermodel. You said, "Ooh, who's that? He looks like a douche."
Well, skidoosh. If the nozzle fits. No.
Oh, wow. No, I thought I was looking like, a handsome young man. You said I would have never dated that guy.
No, I have a very specific type. I like clean cut. I like broad shoulders. I like a little bit,
Well, I was really skinny back then. I was like.
And that was my thing. If we have to run away in a zombie apocalypse and you look like you could snap off at the ankle, you cannot be my man. If I can pick you up and throw you in front of zombies, you are not my man.
Matteo says, when I see a 400-pound woman in a sweatsuit spending 4 hours on her makeup, I'm sorry, but it makes me laugh. That's just mean. That's just mean. I think Melody is saying that the red light works, if that's what you're saying, Melody. She agrees with that. She believes that works. White Mike says, I would say that most men would prefer their wives have a face with some wrinkles, but a hot body. Than a smooth face and below average body. Yeah, below average body. I don't know why women spend as much time on all this plastic surgery crap when the vast majority of people would benefit from going to the gym and getting fit. A butter face is not a bad thing.
Right, but it's not about what men want. It's about what we see when we look in the mirror. We're looking at each other as women, and we're not, okay, God, I'm going to say this. I'm a faceist.
You are.
I am a faceist.
Yeah.
I was talking to our friend this morning, and I said, if you look around at all your friends, you're like, I don't have ugly friends. It's because it's you, right? I don't have ugly friends. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, goodness gracious. Can I go to Joanne for a second? Hi, Joanne. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Roseanne, my grandmother had to start wearing a wig at age 50.
Wow.
And her hair was falling out. She used to be so proud of the wonderful good hair she has as a child.
Yep.
Well, I kind of have the same gene pool, and by the time I was 50, my hair was falling out. And in fact, I mean, I used to be able to sit on my hair. It was so long and thick, and I've had to cut it shorter, just trying to do anything to keep it. Well, finally, I was getting my hair, trimmed at a salon, and they said, "Have you tried Nioxin?" And I had never heard of it. Nioxin. That stuff saves my hair. The only thing it promises that it'll stop it from falling out, but as you read through the fine print, what happens is that as the scalp gets healthier, it will actually create regrowth.
Ooh.
And I'm so thankful that I use Nioxin. I told my husband, I don't care. We can be as broke as you want us to be. I have to keep getting Nioxin.
Is it Nioxin?
Is it Nioxin with an N?
N November or M?
N as in Nancy. IOXIN as in Nancy.
Perfect. We're finding that before we go home tonight.
The best place that I have found to get it from is Walmart.com.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's the best place.
Joanne, thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm 47 now. I've been losing my hair at this rate for about 4 years. If you think about my hair,
I totally hear you.
Yeah, it's insane. I had like Cher in the 80s. My hair was big and thick and curly.
Yeah.
And now
And you believe it's hormonal.
Oh, it's called androgenetic alopecia.
Okay, she knows exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Well, then I have to say, if it is, give us a try for starters to see if it'll stop the falling out. I know that you're right. There are different causes for hair loss.
Right.
And at least for me, this one worked.
Okay.
So I've never had to wear a wig. As soon as you started saying about a wig, I'm like, I have to call.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Joanne. Much appreciated.
Enjoy the cold weather, guys.
Thank you.
Loving it.
You got it. Jim is in Cromwell. How are you, Jim?
I'm good. I'm 72 years old.
Okay.
And my partner is 62 from Panama.
Okay.
And I put this organic castor oil on her hair, her face, her legs. I use it on my scalp, and it has regrown hair and thicker hair, much thicker hair. The other thing, if you remember this name, Dr. Eric Berg, he put me on 10,000 IUs of vitamin D daily, and that there's a website you can go on, and besides, everyone thinks vitamin D, it's for the bones. It's not. It's for your eyes. It's for your hair. It's for your skin. It's for your nails. It's for your immune system. And it's a very cheap alternative. It does take a little while to get into your system. It takes about increased dosages take about 30 days to get it into your system. And you can get a pill that's got 5,000 IUs in it.
Wow.
So it's not a big deal. I just take 2 or 3 a day with magnesium, and that absorbs the vitamin D into your skin. The organic castor oil is an amazing ointment. It's been around for about 5,000 years. The Egyptians used it. I had a toothache about a month ago. I put it on my jaw, and it relieved my toothache.
Wow.
It relieves bunions. It is the strongest oil. It will go through all layers of your skin.
Jim, thank you so much. I got to go to a hard break, but thank you for all of that. We're going to take it all down. Thank you, boss man.
All right.
You got it. Let's get another check of weather and traffic. Mark Christopher, he's at the BPS Traffic Center. Mark, I hope you took all that down. We're getting old.
Yes, we are. And I'm even older than you. I'm a crustacean at this point. I'm petrified. Roxanne! Can we switch that around?
No, you have to change it to Roseanne now.
Yeah. Roseanne. See, is that for seasonal disorder where you don't get enough light?
Yes.
We'll go with it. I mean, like, if it works, right? Whatever it takes.
Yeah, whatever. Because I suffer from that terribly. It's like, man, I am not looking. I'm looking forward to March 1st like you can't believe.
Yeah,
I
you
need
know
more
that.
light. Oh, it is
Exactly.
brutal. Hey, if you're heading into Hartford right now, southbound 91, you got delays 36 down to 32 A and B. And again, you've got some slow traffic from down by exit 27 in Hartford down to 28, and delays again 23 down to exit 21. Actually, it's pretty much right down to exit 17 now in Meriden, just sluggish all the way through there. Northbound side of 91, you've got delays from 34 up to between exit 36 and 37, an accident on the right shoulder. Westbound 84 is slowing on the 384 on-ramp Manchester into exit 57 in East Hartford. Delays again 56 Governor Street out to 45 Flatbush Avenue. 84 eastbound locked up 44 to the Bulkley. Again, a little tight out by the 384 interchange. 2 westbound slowing 1D up to the 84 West merge. Heading 84 westbound in Farmington, delays 37 out to 33 in the 72 interchange. Westbound 84 in Cheshire, slowing approaching 26 up to the Mixmaster. 84 eastbound Waterbury's tight 17 to the Mixmaster. Southbound Parkway, you got delays from exit 52 down into the West Rock Tunnel. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC is celebrating 100 years on the air and 100 years of serving Connecticut. This is WTIC and WTIC FM HD2 Hartford, an Odyssey station.
5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. Cloudy skies tonight, lows in the mid-30s, and then a mostly sunny Saturday with temperatures upper 40s. New York's mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani at the White House meeting with President Trump. The president has called Mamdani a lunatic and a nut job. The mayor-elect has said Trump's an authoritarian, but Trump said they had a productive meeting today discussing tough issues like affordability.
Some things in very strong common, like housing and getting housing built, and food and prices, and the price of oil is coming way down. Anything I do is going to be good for New York. If I can get prices down, it's good for New York, and we've got them down, way down from last year.
Ukraine President Zelensky, in an address to the Ukraine people, said he's working constructively with the U.S. on the 28-point plan for peace put forward jointly by the Americans and Russians. However, Zelensky also said he'll not betray Ukraine as he does so.
Ukrainian President Zelensky is sounding pretty dismayed about this new 28-point peace plan, which was drafted by the Trump administration and Russia without Ukrainian input. President Zelensky saying Ukraine may have to break from the United States if it tries to push it into accepting that plan, because the proposal is so lopsided. It basically gives Ukraine very little that it's asked for and gives Russia pretty much everything it wants, like keeping the Ukrainian territory that it's taken and putting limits on Ukraine's military.
Former U.S. Secretary of Education Miguel Cardona addressed the joint convention of the Connecticut Association of Boards of Education and the Connecticut Association of Public School Superintendents today. The former state education commissioner said outside distractions should not take away from their mission as educators.
Today, despite the distractions from D.C., I'm going to invite you to lead more boldly and unapologetically in service to your students. I'm going to ask you to challenge the complacency and the dull lull of incrementalism.
Says one focus is providing college career options for students in Connecticut. Trump administration pushing for more oil and gas drilling off the coasts of California and Florida. It's the most aggressive plan in decades, but isn't sitting well with some. Ethan Manuel is the director of Lands Protection Program with the Sierra Club and is opposed to the drilling.
So it's just a dirty and dangerous industry. We don't think offshore drilling is compatible with our coastlines or with coastal economies either. So for both environmental and economic reasons, we've always been strongly opposed to expanding offshore drilling.
One person is dead in Enfield after police say they were struck by a vehicle Thursday night in town. Police say that accident occurred on Route 190, Hazard Ave and Glen Arden Lane. The driver of a Toyota Camry struck the pedestrian who was taken to Johnson Memorial Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. Crash remains under investigation. And congratulations in order to Tessa Hallinan of North Haven. She's been chosen by her peers as Kid Governor for 2026. She ran on a platform of advancing inclusion of students with disabilities.
I want to improve how students with disabilities are treated across Connecticut. Students with disabilities may have a hard time making friends, and other students may not be able to understand and connect with them. I want to create a positive change for students with disabilities.
More than 10,000 of Tessa's fellow fifth graders voted statewide. 6 other finalists will serve as her cabinet. The Kid Governor program is run by the Connecticut Democracy Center. Checking Wall Street, big day for the markets. The Dow was up nearly 500 points, the NASDAQ up 195, and the S&P up 64 points. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
The hour that packs a punch. It's Reese on the Radio on WTIC News Talk 1080.
I just realized I just saw this this bit here. Do you want to hear one of the exchanges between the reporter and Zoran Mamdani?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Let's see if we can get this. I want to get it right here. I think Jackie Heinrich of Fox News asked Zoran Mamdani, that's got to be her. She asked him, do you still think, or are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay, you can just say yes.
Okay.
Okay. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it better, but...
And I wanted to ask you also about this Ukraine plan.
Yeah.
President Zelensky said today that his country would risk either giving up a partner or giving up its dignity. There's been criticism that...
Okay, so that I think they went into that whole Zelensky thing. So she asked him whether or not you think that President Trump is a fascist. And he said, I've spoken. He was going to try to sideswipe it.
Right.
But then Donald Trump
was
told
like,
him,
"Just
no,
say
just say it, dude. It's okay. Just
grow
but
a
that's,
pair."
But that's, exactly. That's Trump. Listen, I try to explain this to everybody. You chumps. You're a bunch of punks.
Listen.
This, and Mamdani is just one of those little sensitive little wusses.
You
called that man a fascist all day, every day. You get in his face, and all of a sudden you play well, I've spoken about that.
I'm the only one who can stand up to, fight, and beat Donald Trump. Well, today, we disagree on some things, but I'm going to go see him, and we're going to talk it out.
I was like, as soon as I see that, and Trump, in true Trump fashion, go ahead, come on, man, call me a fascist. It's all right. You're all right.
You're going to hurt my feelings. I'm Donald Trump.
Exactly, which shows that when they get there, they don't. They're you groveling little punk. None of you dudes are punching above your weight. You guys are punching way above your weight. You guys are always punching up.
And you know what the worst part is? I'll bet you Mamdani was fangirling.
Totally. When he got there, I was like, I can't believe I get to see you.
When she met President Trump.
These dudes are frauds. All of them. Frauds.
I tend to agree.
Frauds.
Listen, you got to have the testicular fortitude.
At least. Frauds, I tell you.
Borrow your wives.
Let's get another check of weather and traffic from a guy who's not a fraud. Mark Christopher is in the BBS Traffic Center.
Not guilty. Not found guilty to Carter law anyways. Hey, if you're heading into Hartford right now, southbound 91 delays 35 down to 32 A and B. Got some slow traffic again down by exit 28 on the Hartford Weathersfield line. Slowing again 23 down to exit 17. Sluggish and stop and go. Rocky Hill down into Meriden. If you're on the northbound side of 91, that looks good. If you are traveling westbound 84, you got some sluggish traffic. 384 on-ramp up to 57 in East Hartford. And then again 56 Governor Street out to 44 Prospect Oakwood. More slow traffic 36 in New Britain. Out to exit 33 in the 72 interchange. And you're tight again from the 691 interchange sluggish right up to the Mixmaster in Waterbury. 84 eastbound in Waterbury, tight 17 up to the Mixmaster. If you are traveling southbound on the Parkway, delays from 62 in Hamden into the West Rock Tunnel. 91 southbound New Haven is running slow from exit 7 down in toward the 95 interchange. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather. We have plenty of clouds out there right now. Just cloudy here for tonight. Perhaps a stray shower. Late tonight, low of 34. Best chance for a shower, though, likely south of Hartford. Same story for tomorrow. Maybe a shower to start, especially south of Hartford. Otherwise, more sunshine, high of 49. Tomorrow night, clear to partly cloudy. Chillier, low of 27. And for Sunday, not a bad day. Sunshine will mix in with some clouds with a high of 45. Right now, it's 46 in Farmington, 47 in East Hartford, and 47 in Hartford. This is meteorologist Matt Benz in the WTIC Weather Center.
Hi, Eric Hogarth with Money Wisdom. This week, we discuss the latest tips in financial planning and real solutions for your money questions. Don't just save, thrive with Money Wisdom on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Hi, I'm Joe with SimpleSaleUSA.com, and I buy houses cash. If you own a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me at 203-896-4000. I can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and more importantly, anywhere in Connecticut. I'm a private real estate investor who buys several houses a month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorce houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is trash and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying junk houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 203-896-4000. That's 203-896-4000. 203-896-4000.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/fax or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS. ethos.com/life.
I'm Tom O'Hanlon, and you're listening to Reese on the Radio on WTIC News Talk 1080.
You know Roseanne too well.
I love that one.
I want you to read something before we go to the phones. Well, we got a whole bunch of stuff to get to before we get to the phones, but I want you to read something. I asked you to look this up.
Right.
Just to set it up, everybody knows Zohran Mamdani met at the White House with Donald Trump. The press was there. They asked questions. Zohran standing to the right of Trump, next to Trump, to everyone's left if you're facing them. And there were plenty of people who are asking Zohran Mamdani questions. We just played Jackie Heinrich asking about whether or not Trump is a fascist. But Jack Prosobiec of Real American News also asked Zohran Mamdani a question. But before I play it, I want you to read from Zohran Mamdani's website where he said the following.
Right. It's Moron Kamdani. And what he said was shift the tax burden from overtaxed homeowners in the outer boroughs to more expensive homes in richer and whiter neighborhoods.
Right. So Jack Prosobiec in the Oval Office asked that question to, what did you call him?
Moron Kamdani.
Thank you. And this is how that exchange went.
Is manageable to actually get through and not the cause of yet another weight that we see in our city.
To be clear, you're continuing this idea of race-based property taxes.
No, to be very clear, no, the use of the term was a description of neighborhoods, not a description of intent.
So you intend to tax the whiter neighborhoods more?
No, we intend to create a fair property tax system because we want a New York City that is not only fair and equitable, but also one that every New Yorker can afford.
So, again, another classic case of when the so-called tough guys have their feet to the fire, they immediately fold. Now, I'm sorry, New York City. You know what you're going to say about him, what the papers are going to say about him when he gets home. They're going to say,
He beat
No,
Trump.
they're not. No, they're not. They're going to say.
AOC is.
They're going to say, you kissed the ring. You're a fraud.
I think the best thing was when Trump said that he believes he could live in Mamdani's New York.
He said, oh, you know what? In Mamdani's New York? Nah, you know what? I think I would thrive there. After Mamdani, during his victory speech, turned around and says, we will expel the things that would give rise to a Donald Trump. Donald Trump says, yeah, I can live in his city. Yeah, he'll be fine. He's a paper tiger. That's all he said. When he came there and he's standing next to Donald Trump and Donald Trump's sitting down, you know what he's doing?
She's in like a fangirl.
No, you know what Donald Trump is literally doing this. Just petting him like a pet.
What is that movie? Is it the Planet of the Apes where he puts his hand out and
Yeah.
the other apes have to lick his palm like that's the submission sign?
Exactly.
That's what he did. He licked the palm.
He talked all of that smack and then get there, and then all of a sudden he was like, no, we're not going to do the things that I told everybody that we were going to do. He goes home with his tail between his legs. He doesn't look like he's a champion for New York City. Donald Trump tamed that dragon.
Looks like a soy boy.
He does look.
He's missing a bun.
Exactly. And I don't know. He's probably going to go to New York and tell us like, I was just kidding. I was just, you got to play the game.
I was there. I beat Donald Trump at his own game. And everybody's like, yeah, you did.
Womp, womp. That's what I said. All of these guys are straight. Again, as I said before, these dudes are frauds. They're all frauds. And the worst part is that this pretending to be tough guy stuff. This pretending and, criticizing Donald Trump from afar when they're doing it on camera. And then when he's in their face, completely looking like a bunch of puppies. Like, I know these guys.
Grinning from ear to... he's like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, I'm here with Donald Trump. You're not supposed to be smiling. You're supposed to be, like projecting an air of power. You came to defeat the big orange man. But you're standing at his right side. You are standing while the man is sitting at the Resolute desk.
Yeah.
You are standing by his side with a big, stupid, poop-eating grin on your face.
The sad part about it is that he didn't even do like what he does at usual, like when dignitaries come in and sit at the chairs next to each other.
Nope, didn't even give him that.
Just made him stand next to him while he sat at desk. And it's such
it is showing you exactly your role in the grand scheme. You are nothing. You are not even worthy of a chair, sweetie. You just stand there and look pretty. And when Daddy says you can talk, then you can talk. That's what happened.
It is humiliating, but at the
Sorry.
same time, I feel like I want to feel bad for him because he's got to go home.
I don't feel
He's
bad
got to
for him.
go home.
I don't feel bad
and
for
I'm
him.
like, dude, like you can't. This is the part I don't like about this, Roseanne. I don't like about this. It's because you can't be big man on campus talking all that smack and then get shown up like this. You can't, you were supposed to be the guy.
Yes, you can.
You just
yes, you can, and you're supposed to. You're supposed to. You know why? Because all of these little kids that voted for him, thinking he was the voice of change for them, they just got told the same thing. Listen, you're cute. Your little temper tantrums were adorable. You made a little mess.
Yeah.
But go ahead and sit down now because the grown-ups are going to talk. You go have your little temper tantrum in your bedroom. When you're done, you clean up your mess. And when you're ready to talk, come outside and we'll sit down like a family. We'll have a little discussion. But until then, I don't want to hear you. Let the grown-ups talk.
It's just really, I got to hear the whole thing now because we were in the air and I couldn't hear most of it. But I feel I'm like, there's a part of me that's like, oh, I just got to read the page. You know what? It's a good thing for Mamdani that this happened on a Friday.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because Saturday's newspapers are probably going to.
He can go to Puerto Rico or Uganda or whatever for the weekend. And,
He can play it off. It's all again. White Mike, what's going on, big guy?
Oh, man. The whole thing's giving me a headache. You know, I listened to this conversation that has gone from corruption to women's neurotic beauty habits, which I just learned.
It's a hodgepodge.
Only to flex. Hold on. This is only to flex on other women, apparently.
Always has been.
I thought women did this stuff to get men.
Nope.
But it's just to flex on chicks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've learned that a long time
we
ago.
We don't care about y'all. We care about each other.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Wait, I'm cooking. I'm getting somewhere.
Okay.
And now I have to listen to Mom Donnie. And then I went through 4 years of Biden. I went through 8 years of Obama. I went through 8 years of Clinton. I see all this crap. I see Disney get ruined. I see everything I like destroyed in the entertainment world. And it all comes down to women. Women are ruining everything. If we didn't allow women to vote, we would never have a Democrat elected to office ever.
You don't get laid, do you?
He does.
I have begged. Yes, I know how to treat women like women. I understand that women should not have positions of importance and power because they're emotional creatures who don't make good decisions. There's not one female politician in America you can look at on either side and think this is the person you'd want with you in an emergency. You want Lauren Boebert protecting you, or Margaret Taylor Greene,
who you go to.
or Jasmine
that's
Crockett,
who you go to.
or Jasmine Crockett, or
that's who he goes
Marsha
to.
Blackburn, or Alyssa Slotkin, or Kathy Hochul, or anybody, any party. Women should not be allowed to be in power. There's a reason that, as racist as we were, we still gave black men the right to vote before white women.
And there's a reason why you call into the show, and I'm on it. So,
hey, look, I'm talking about facts. There's never been a successful matriarchy in the history of the world, and
really,
if every man
I
stopped
would
working tomorrow,
I would challenge you to
no,
look
there's,
up
no,
the
there's
Haida
never been a
Gwaii.
society.
Look up the Haida
There has
Gwaii.
never been a success.
Look up the Haida
Don't talk
Gwaii.
about some third. Don't talk some. Did they conquer the world? No.
The Haida Gwaii are a Native American people in Canada that is matriarchal. No, they're not.
Wait. They're third, and they're
They are
First
not.
Nations. They're alcoholics living in trailers. There's nothing.
Wow.
Native Americans are a failed people.
And so
they
are you.
lost because they thought men on horses were riding demons.
Oh my God, this guy's an ass.
That's it.
Why? Everybody stop. Everybody stop. See, I knew it was going to go here. This is the reason why I told you have to be able to communicate with him. Thank you, Mike. I'm going to have to deal with this all
I can
night.
only handle so much misogynistic, racist
You
BS in one phone
call
call.
You call it misogyny.
It
I
has
can
a
call
name
it
for a
historical
reason.
fact.
Okay,
It's
all right.
called fact.
It's called what it is for
I
a
want the
reason.
two of you.
It's
I want
fact.
the two of you off air to
It's
have a
fact.
debate that I'm actually going to record. Mike, thank.
It can't be a debate because I have facts and no one else has facts.
Okay,
Oh,
all right. It's still a
absolutely.
debate, though. Mike, thank you. I'm moving on.
You just let that cracker call me an idiot.
No, he didn't.
He's the only one that has facts. I don't have facts.
That doesn't mean he called you an idiot. Why are you going to don't
I'm
do
mad
that?
at you. It's your fault. I'm mad at you. We fighting now. We are fighting now.
Dave is in Bristol. Hello, Dave. I can't believe I have to deal with this. Hello.
Oh, my goodness. It's hard to keep up with this show.
I try,
I wanted
man.
to say, first off, Roseanne, you're a blessing to this show.
Thank you.
And Reese needs you every day. So
Thank you.
Listen, I bring Roseanne on this show, not for that, by the way, because she gives an opportunity to give a perspective about things like normal folks deal with. So, and not only that, she sort of gets to bounce off of me a little. I get to bounce off of her with some of the stuff that I talk about. So, for me, it's a great addition to the show on Friday.
It gives us an opportunity to bounce off of both of you, which is awesome.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun talking to her. You have no idea. So bringing it to the show is you guys sort of getting a peek into what our daily lives are like when we talk.
Yeah.
Well, I got two quick things.
Yes.
The moron Zamdami thing, I love that.
Oh, moron Kamdami, she calls him.
Yeah, I would go moron dumb commie.
Moron dumb commie. I like that. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to throw that out. I heard you were in town at the Plainville Diner today. How'd you like it?
Oh, loved it.
Yeah, what was it? What's it called? The Metro?
The Main Street
Oh,
Diner.
Main Street Diner.
Yeah.
God,
Main Street Diner.
Fell in love the moment I walked in the door.
Yeah.
Love that place.
That place is iconic. It's been there for like almost, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Yeah.
That's what she was telling
Yeah,
us.
she was talking about the old building that got pulled out and a new building that came in from New Jersey.
And then when he expanded the
Yeah.
back for the kitchen.
She gave us a whole
It's
history.
an actual train truck that was built as a kitchen.
Yes.
You know, to serve the trains, and they just parked it there, and they've been there forever.
It's beautiful.
Not far down the road, and that is a great place to go have a breakfast, I'll tell you.
Absolutely beautiful. Thanks, boss man. Much appreciated.
right.
You got it. Dave in Brantford, how are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Listen, you guys are talking about plastic. I've heard the whole show.
Okay.
I have some brief comments. I don't want to cause trouble. For the plastic surgery thing that you were talking about not so long ago.
Yes, sir.
I got to say, for a long-time married guy, menopause was a wonderful phase of life. I'd never want to go back. I think gray hair. I liked my wife's hair, but I really liked it when it got gray. And sags and jiggles are a turn on, in my opinion.
Dave, you're speaking my language, sir.
God bless me in that preference. It could be the Epstein style, which has got to be a curse for those who are afflicted. I have some comments about toxic femininity.
Yes.
No one talks about.
Yes.
And I got to think, when I see that very famous Hollywood Cynthia Erivo with the shaved head and the bull ring and those 3-inch talons.
Yes.
I don't know what that is, but it's not appealing to me in any way. It looks dangerously horrific.
Yeah, you know who he's talking about. This is the woman who's doing all the interviews. She's from Wicked, who's doing all the Ariana Grande stuff. It's almost demonic.
It's not attractive
At all.
Well, that's what I'd call toxic femininity. And to go way back at the beginning of the show when you're talking about manliness. And,
yes.
Reese was going to kill a bear. Reese, it is interesting, and I kind of have it too. I think one of the most masculine people that I know, you're a Klingon, man. The way you honor and, not and telling the truth and dying for a cause, you are Worf.
Thank you, sir.
He's
Thank
a
you.
big guy, too, so that helps.
That means everything.
He's a good guy. He's honorable.
Yeah.
And a little bit of controversy right at the end. For the real alpha men, like that would be Trump and maybe Big Frank, who calls occasionally.
Yeah.
I'll bet the things that I consider most manly, which is going up on the roof to clean the gutters, going under the car to check for that noise in the rattle, the spraying starting ether to get the car started. I think these actual alpha men, I can't imagine Trump would do anything to get his hands dirty. And I dare say Frank, he is in construction, he says, but I can't imagine he'd ever be on the roof doing the gutter.
Nope.
Or, tarring a leak.
Nope.
They got people for that, right?
I'd get any man to do that.
Okay, thanks for the show.
You got it,
Thank
sir.
you.
Much appreciated. I would take one more, but I don't want to take any time for anybody. So you folks, please stay on the line. I promise I'll get to you on the other side of the show. If you want to call in before the weekend is up, please do. 860-522-WTIC, 860-522-9842. What did you want to say, Roseanne?
I don't have any gray hair yet.
No, but I'm looking forward to it.
When you've seen, my mother,
Yep.
you saw my grandma before
Right.
she passed. It's a
long time before you
grandma was 82 when she passed.
still had black hair.
Salt and pepper, but mostly black. Yeah. So
I really do want you to get gray hair. What kind of thing?
oh, you want me to join you? Is that what it is?
No, just kind of a thing. I kind of dig the gray hair look.
Yeah. Did you have a crush on one of your teachers too when you were a kid?
No, I told you I've seen. There's some older women who have like the gray streak in their hair, a little.
Oh yeah. What's her name?
Whom? Can't think of her.
I can see the swoop. What's her name?
You see the gray swoop in her hair?
What's her name? It sounds like a Maori name. Like she's like Maori or Polynesian or
Maori?
yeah, from
I don't know where that is. Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
Samoa.
Oh. I don't think
Tulsi. Is it Tulsi?
Oh, Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's probably it. Anyway, let's take another break. Let's get check out some weather and traffic. Yeah, Carmela knew exactly what you're talking about. Let's take a break. Let's get to traffic and weather. Mark Christopher's in the BPS Traffic Center. Hey, Mark.
All right, Reese, thank you very much. If you're heading into Hartford, southbound 91, delays approaching 33 down to 32 IMB. Sluggish again as you move down by exit 28 in Hartford, down to exit 23 in Rocky Hill. More slow traffic approaching 19 down to 17 in Meriden. Northbound 91's a little slow between 35 and 36 in Windsor. Westbound 84 is tight over the 384 on-ramp down to 57 in East Hartford. Again, 56 Governor Street out to 44 Prospect Oakwood. Slowing again, 36 Slater Road to 33 and the 72 interchange in Plainville. 84 eastbound locked up, 44 Prospect Oakwood into the tunnel. You're slowing again as you move out by the 384 interchange, exit 59 in Manchester. Traveling 2 westbound, delays 1D up to the 84 west merge in East Hartford. If you are traveling right now on the northbound side of 91, we have an accident in New Haven between 6 and 8. The right and right center lanes are out there. Stay left. Your delays are back to I-95 behind that. Southbound 91 slowing 7 in toward the 95 interchange in New Haven. Traffic and weather together on the 8s. WTIC News Talk 1080.
Brought to you by NJM Insurance Group.
Why is NJM Insurance silent in an industry full of catchy jingles? And how do they do what's right when things go wrong? Tune in to Baffling Mysteries to find out.
This fictional podcast is brought to you by NJM. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
WTIC weather. Tonight, cloudy, low of 34. Tomorrow, we'll see more sunshine returning here across the area. Temperatures, though, not responding much with a high around 49. Then for tomorrow night, clear to partly cloudy, much chillier, low of 27 degrees. And heading into Sunday, night second half of the weekend, sunshine will give way to some clouds for the afternoon. Temperatures rising up to a high of 45 degrees for Sunday. This is meteorologist Matt Benz in the WTIC Weather Center.
And now, a WTIC news update.
It's 5:30. Good afternoon. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. President Trump has met with a man he has called the worst nightmare, but seemed to find the opposite in the meeting today with New York Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani. The two were warm and friendly, speaking repeatedly of their shared goals to help Trump's hometown rather than their past differences. An Ohio police officer has been acquitted of all charges after fatally shooting Takia Young at a supermarket parking lot. The pregnant black mom had been accused of shoplifting. The jury in Columbus delivered the verdict today. Blendon Township police officer Connor Grubb had pled not guilty to murder, involuntary manslaughter, and felonious assault. There's going to be a special election in New Britain on Tuesday, January 6th. That'll be to fill the vacancy for the 25th State House seat. It was once belonged to Bobby Sanchez. Seat became vacant, though, earlier this month when he was elected mayor of New Britain. New interim school superintendent in the city of Middletown on Thursday night. The Board of Ed chose Alan Adley. He retired as superintendent in Darien recently. Adley will lead the district until a permanent replacement is found. He succeeds Alberto Vasquez Matos, who was fired this week for letting his superintendent certification lapse. He's also facing DUI and other charges in Florida. And police in Enfield are continuing their investigation into a fatal pedestrian crash Thursday night. They say the person was hit in the area of Hazard Avenue, taken to Johnson Memorial Hospital and pronounced dead later on. Driver of the vehicle did stay on scene, and that investigation is ongoing. The markets finished in positive territory to close out the week. The Dow gained 493 points, the NASDAQ up 195, and the S&P gained 64 points. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-700-6898. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-700-6898. That's 800-700-6898 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The Odyssey app lets you jump back to the moments you missed from WTIC News Talk 1080. Download the free Odyssey app, search WTIC News Talk 1080, and tap earlier today to get started.
Sorry, make sure you do check out ReeseOnTheRadio.com, the Odyssey app, so you can get the show. Are we back to normal with our thing? Yeah, you are sending me the audio, right? Okay. So we're finally back to normal. This week, you probably can't catch the show on ReeseOnTheRadio.com. Some of the segments you might be missing on the Odyssey app or WTIC for that matter, but our recording stuff is finally back. So you will you'll be able to check out the show whenever you want on the Odyssey app and ReeseOnTheRadio.com when we get back to normal on Monday. Also, coming up tomorrow, we will be at the Little Manchester road race, which will be at the Manchester High School. I'll be there at 10 o'clock. Roseanne will be there with me to go hang out with the folks there. I think Brian Shackman and I are doing a little overlap for about a half an hour or so, and then I'll be there until noon. After that, Roseanne and I are supposed to go check out a food bank in Manchester, and for the life of me, I've forgotten the name of it, so give me a second here.
This is news to me.
Yeah, so we have, what, is this news to you? Okay. Mm-hmm. We are going to go check out the folks at the Midwest Food Bank of New England on Adams Street. We're going to go check that out tomorrow, immediate afterwards, to go talk to those folks because they're all affiliated together, Friendly Hands and Connecticut Food Share. So we're taking those tours to go meet those folks and see what they're doing. Is that Miguel Cardona? God, I hate that guy. Sorry, I'm sorry. He's on the news screen, and I can't stand looking at him. We're going to take your phone calls as well. Also, when we get back, tell your friends. I think we figured out why Chris Murphy is not in Connecticut. And we have Chris Murphy telling us why. Mm-hmm. And if I were someone, I would get in touch with Dick Blumenthal about the audio we're about to play, because apparently Dick Blumenthal is handling Chris Murphy's light work. We'll play it. Stand by for that. That's interesting. Nobody even knew this interview took place because nobody's paying attention.
Nobody even knows who the podcaster was. Yeah. Nobody knows who that guy is.
But I couldn't believe that he said it. Apparently, this audio, this video is like a month old.
Yeah, that's how irrelevant the podcaster is.
Well, Chris Murphy is that he went on the program and did it and said what he said about Dick Blumenthal.
It's like being on 150, what is it? Market 150?
Yeah, market,
when you could be with
182, 181, something like that.
Yeah, when you could be with, Reese on the radio.
I didn't say that, Ben Proto.
Shade.
I didn't say that, Ben Proto.
I did.
I didn't.
Roseanne on the radio. You can reach me.
Yeah. That's interesting. Oh, by the way, I have some very, very sad news. Roland heard the new De La Soul Nas record. He wasn't all that impressed. For those of you who love De La Soul, go check out the new single. I don't know if it's a single yet, but it's called Run It Back. I love this record. I have been jamming it in the car.
Is that what that was?
For the last, yes, that was it. I played today when we were playing in the house before we left.
Oh.
I love that song.
Feeling it. Totally feeling
You
it.
were bobbing to it. Mark Christopher, he's in the BPS Traffic Center. He likes De La Soul, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know you do. Yeah, well, they have a new album out called Cabin in the Sky. I think it's
Spell
dedicated to... It's dedicated to Dave or Trugoy, who passed away during COVID.
Well, Ribbon in the Sky by Stevie Wonder was a great album, so this might catch on too.
You had to ruin it, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
I'm not a fan of blind.
You don't like Stevie?
I don't like blind musicians.
Oh, why not? He's one of the greatest of all time.
I'll tell you the story one day.
All right. All right, so I got to ask you right now,
Yeah.
How was Mulberry Street last night?
Loved it. Loved
Great
it. We're
place.
going back immediately. The
Great
owner,
place.
Rob. Yeah, absolutely. And Roseanne is wearing a sweatshirt
Yeah,
from there right
the
now.
Really?
breadsticks were amazing, yeah.
Yeah, everything about that restaurant was
fantastic.
banging.
Oh, they're fantastic over there. I got
They
to get
were.
over there sometime soon.
Without a doubt.
And Reese, if you want to get your lovely wife some jewelry, you go next door to my buddies over at Bray's Jewelers, and they will take good care of you over there.
Hey, why
too.
aren't-
I
why-
will tell them you're coming.
Why aren't you telling people how to get
Southbound
home?
91 is delays from 33 Jennings Road down to 32 A and B. If you are traveling southbound 91, you'll see some slow traffic down by exit 28, and it's sluggish again, 23 down to 22. More slow traffic, 19 to 17 in Meriden. If you're traveling westbound 84, some sluggish traffic from the 384 on-ramp on the 57 in East Hartford. Again, 56 Governor Street out to 45 Flatbush Avenue. More slow traffic, 35 to 33 in Plainville in the 72 interchange. 84 eastbound, we have an accident. Looks like it's left shoulder, a little bit of the left lane just after 44 Prospect Oakwood. You got delays from exit 44 down into the tunnel. East of the river, you're okay. If you're traveling into Waterbury, westbound 84 slowing, approaching 26 in Cheshire up to the Mixmaster. 84 eastbound, delays by exit 18 in Waterbury, and again 26 down to the 691 interchange. And we have an accident northbound side of I-91 in New Haven between 6 and 8. Looks like the right lane blocked there. Delays are back to I-95 behind that. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
Brought to you by Staples. Have an easy holiday, only at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, plus shipping supplies and services to get your packages there safely. Don't miss 40% off custom cards, invites, photo gifts, wrapping paper, and more. Staples. That was easy.
WTIC weather. Plenty of clouds as we head through this evening. Much of the night just dry, but watch for a shower toward daybreak, especially south of Hartford, low 34. Tomorrow, shower early once again, mainly south of Hartford. More sunshine midday through the afternoon. Should be a nice afternoon, high 49. Chillier tomorrow night, low of 27. And sunshine will give way to some clouds on Sunday. Not a bad end of the weekend with a high 45. Right now it's 46 in Windsor, 48 in Middletown, and 46 right now in Hartford. This is meteorologist Matt Bunz in the WTIC Weather Center.
Columbia Dental has great care close to home. Our state-of-the-art network connects all 12 Connecticut locations, making appointments easy. Plus, our Waterbury office now offers a prosthodontist for specialized care. Schedule your appointment today, 860-645-0111.
Looking for the best ways to prepare for retirement this year? Then be sure to tune in to Johnson Brunetti's Money Wisdom tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. right here on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Available in so many delicious varieties. Classic, cage-free, organic, free-range, and pasture-raised. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
It's time to order your Plainville Farms fresh, all-natural turkey from Highland Park Market. These turkeys are humanely raised, vegetarian-fed, and never given any antibiotics or growth hormones. Nobody does Thanksgiving better than family-owned and operated Highland Park Market, Manchester, Glastonbury, Farmington, and at highlandparkmarket.com.
Tune in to How to Retire with Fuchs Financial.
The main thing for the majority of the listeners out there who are approaching retirement is I don't want to be surprised.
Helping you build, preserve, and manage your wealth.
So you've got Roth IRAs, you have individual accounts. Finding the right taxable strategy, that's going to be huge for you.
Tune in to How to Retire with Ben Fuchs, Sundays at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. right here on WTIC News Talk 1080.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh.
Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
What's up, everybody? You know who it is.
You know who it is.
You know who it is. It's Reese on the Radio. Frederick Douglass of the 21st century.
It's WTIC News Talk 1080.
Well, first of all, I want to get to the phone calls real quick, but we're supposed to be going out to Tewksbury, Massachusetts.
Tewksbury. I love it.
For Thanksgiving. We're going to go to see Julie in Boston, my good friend. I was telling Roland yesterday, I said, Julie's been following my career since my second wife. She's been with me through. She's been a supporter of Reese on the Radio for 3 wives now.
Did you tell him what she said when you told her you wanted to get married again?
She said, "What are you, stupid? What's wrong with you? Don't get married again." She says that every time I get married, by the way.
What do you mean? This is it. This is the last one.
Yeah, I know, but she says that all the time. But she likes you, and the reason why we're going there, you were saying that if we have to go somewhere, we have to buy them a host gift because we're spending Thanksgiving with them.
You can't just show up and be like, "Hey, I'm here. You're welcome.
I know.
Feed me."
I know Eric, who's another good friend of mine. I think he's spending Thanksgiving with us as well. So Eric, I need to know. Listen, are you getting Hennessy or Alizé for them? I don't know what you're going to be getting.
I was thinking a nice bottle of white or red because But
no, but I just need to know because Eric is very, very. I'm saying he's from the streets, and I know he's going to get either Hennessy or Alizé.
So should we just bring the orange juice?
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I just don't know which liquor he's bringing. But we don't drink anymore. But when I didn't drink any of the A's when I drank. You know what the A's are?
You didn't date any woman named those either,
yeah,
did you?
I didn't drink anything
Porsche,
that was
Alizé,
right.
Hennessy.
Right, exactly. Courvoisier, none of those A's I would drink at all. I drank beer. So I just wanted to know. Now let's get to the phones. We'll stop boring these people.
I drank vodka. Does that count?
Dan is calling somewhere in Connecticut. Hello, Dan.
No, I'm up in Summers. I'm hosting trivia up here tonight. But
okay.
I got you're talking winery. Worthington Winery up here is phenomenal, family owned. But
okay.
This one is definitely for the wife.
Okay.
That guy, White Mike. That honky's nuts. you know, man, I hope that cracker likes cheese because he ain't getting no sweets from the ladies.
Exactly.
And let me tell you, next week he should be on Wacky Whitey.
Yeah, okay. He's on it every week. I love Mike.
Every time he opens his mouth, he's Wacky Whitey.
But he's so over the top.
It's more like Wacky Cracky Whitey. That guy. I'm telling you, it's like insane. I don't know how that guy gets away with life.
Listen, we're on the same page.
and I am upset with you two.
What's wrong?
You both came into my town last night, and I didn't get a phone call.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but
I live about a 3/4 of a mile away from Mulberry Street.
Oh, wow. Well, like I said, we told everybody we were going to go down there, but we said it at the end of the show. But we're going to be in Manchester all day tomorrow. Like I said, we'll be over at the high school, and then we're going to the food bank. So we'll be in town for a little bit tomorrow.
There's a great place. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's just a little bit up from Mulberry Street. It's called Audacity.
Okay. Oh, no, but I like the name.
It's a British-style pub.
Oh, okay.
So they have some British-type foods, things like that. But they have a mushroom burger that will blow your mind.
Okay. Oh, it's just really mushroom.
Good. Do they put meat on it?
No, it's meat. It's a burger.
Okay. Just making sure.
It's not a slab of mushroom.
I don't know. It's a weird place sometimes.
They also make these chips, that seasoning they put on them. They bring you some for like a little startup.
Oh, okay.
Like you'll be asking for the seasoning to put on your fries. It's so good.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, boss man. I appreciate you. We'll see
All
you.
right, guys, have a great weekend.
Thank you, man. You
See you
too.
later.
We'll see you tomorrow. Lori is in Glastonbury, as usual. She loves calling here when you're here, Roseanne. Hey, Lori.
Hello, friends. Holy guacamole, what a wide-ranging show.
I hope that's a good thing, Lori, that we win everywhere.
Yes, well, it certainly makes it much more entertaining. And I want to second Audacity. It's quite good.
Okay.
So just, putting that out there. I've been sending you places as suggestions. I'm sorry. I hope it hasn't been too annoying.
No. We love it.
We're just kind of here and there and trying to figure things out between work engagements and what we can actually do and free times, and we still got to go to our meetings. There's just a lot of movements, and I really love it. So please keep sending them, please.
I got you. I got you. The reason I'm calling is because White Mike got my knickers in a twist. Because he just, Queen Elizabeth, the first Queen Elizabeth, cleaned up the mess in aisle 12 that was left by all of the kings before her.
Just saying.
And then the second Queen Elizabeth did as good a job as she could, considering that she outlasted all of the male prime ministers that came across her path.
Just saying.
And don't even get me started on Condoleezza Rice. She was amazing. She is amazing. She's brilliant. I would have loved to see her run for a presidential.
I thought so too. I thought.
So,
remember when everyone thought that she was possibly going to be the commissioner of the NFL? I was very excited about that.
I don't remember that.
No, I do.
He seems to have selective memory, and I just wanted to, clear that up. And, to his point, are white liberal women ruining America right now? Absolutely.
I think that's what he was really trying to say, but he did not want to
Don't clean anything up for him. You let him wipe his own behind, and you stay over here in neutral world, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I just, yeah, fair enough. But whatever. He certainly isn't eloquent enough to get his point across without stepping in all of it. So bless his little pea-picking heart. He needs to work on that.
I'm telling you, he loves the challenge. That's his thing. I know he doesn't. He's not a bitter guy, but I just love the fact that it creates that kind of firestorm.
You just like to see me angry at somebody that's not you.
Yeah, this is also true.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's nice to know that, look, I used to be that firebrand that is White Mike. It's nice to be on the side that watches it instead of the guy who does it. Because I used to be that guy.
You know.
Yes.
How intently I have to.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I just drank about 4 ounces of blood from biting my tongue so hard.
Lord.
I'm not a gentle woman.
Lori, thank you so much. We will see you soon, okay?
Sounds good, guys. Take care.
Thank you. You too. Evan is on the line. Hello, sir.
Hey, Reese. First, an apology. I know I always call at the end of the show with the big, heavy topics.
Of course you do. What's up?
Hey, I work until this time.
I know.
For next week,
yeah.
If I'm a Republican or a Trump supporter, why am I not freaking out and mad about the lack of a health care plan for the last 20 years? Put something forward. Help us, man.
Well, you do know. Did you see the speech at, I think it was Turning Point or something over the weekend? There was a conversation that J.D. Vance had about what took place 3 days before the shutdown. Did you see that yet?
I sure did.
Okay, and you remember what he said about that when Democrats said, hey, listen, let's come up with a comprehensive plan before we sign this CR. And J.D. Vance expresses that Donald Trump was like, what are you talking about? We got 3 days until the closure. You want us to figure out something in 72 hours. He was like, look, let's just sign the CR and then let's work something out. They refused. So it wasn't like the president didn't work on it. And now we find out that while the shutdown took place, the president and his team, as well as Congress, as well as the Senate, were actually working on a comprehensive plan. And that's why J.D. Vance said, I don't want to get ahead of the president, but we are working on a plan to introduce to the American people that he believes will get bipartisan support. So what do you mean?
Well, so what I mean is over the last 20 years, they've said that, and they've had the concept of the plan, and like the whole shutdown debacle. I agree with you first and foremost. That was stupid. But like Where was the last 20 years, and where's it now? They're not going to come out with one. We all know that.
Oh, Evan, listen, I wish we could all go back in time and not fart on the first date at the restaurant in front of the girl that we wanted to marry. But I'm not arguing about what happened. Yes, I did. We're not talking about what we didn't do 20 years ago, Evan. We got to deal with what we got to deal with now.
Well, so are they gonna? Are we suggesting you hope or think there's a chance that they're going to repeal and replace Obamacare before the year ends?
No. Here's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to be an introduction of a plan, and that's the first place I want to get. Where we get after that, or what the reaction to that is that I got to let that play out. I don't really, and I got to be honest with you, I hate the guys who do the prediction stuff. Like, they prognosticate like this is like, the next football game. What I want to do is, and if the president has a plan that he wants to introduce that he believes will get bipartisan support, let's get that in plan. Right now, where are we? Like a little more than a month away for the end of the year. If we can do something and he can propose a plan that works and it can be done in a bipartisan way, let's just get to step one. All I want is step one, and that is introducing a plan. Sure. What do you got?
I'll make a deal with you. If they can do that step one, nice little bipartisan thing, and we can make some progress that's going to get to a better place than we're currently at, I will be the first one to say I'm excited about that if that ends up happening.
Okay.
As long as, if nothing like that happens before January and everybody's premiums quadruple and we lose people on health care, you say you're mad.
Hey, not only will I say I'm mad, I will say that it is a midterm killer if it's allowed to happen.
Hey, I appreciate that. That's a good deal. And by the way, it's been a couple of months. Thank you for the bagels. We're still living off of them.
Nice. Not a problem, man. You're absolutely welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one. Let's do our last but not least. Oh, go ahead, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, I don't think a lot of Democrats are not participating in the long game. They want results right now.
Yeah.
Without understanding that you have to invest, and that requires time and patience before we can actually reap the benefits of the long game.
Yeah, and again, they're also going to have to acknowledge that everything that they promised us with Obamacare did not come to fruition.
We are giving subsidies to these insurance companies because.
My deal is, look, I don't want you to say, okay, we were wrong or even that we lied. I just want you to admit it doesn't work and then be a part of the solution. Don't turn this into politics. Yeah, exactly. Be a part of it. Let's get to Teresa. Hello, Teresa.
Hi, Reese. How are you?
I'm good. What's up?
Hi, Roseanne.
Hello.
I just wanted to backtrack a little bit about going back to Roseanne earlier when she was talking about the hair coloring and different things. Yeah. So I am completely gray, and I started turning gray when I was 20.
Wow.
And I just had a streak in my hair, and I had young girls say to me, "That's really cool. Do you do that on purpose?" And it was a little offensive, but now, anyway, getting to the point was that I colored my hair for years, and I got sick of it, and I used to say, as soon as I turn 50, I'll stop. I got to 45 and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And I let it grow out, and I have to tell you, I never got so many compliments on my hair from young women, men, older women, you name it.
Right.
So I figured the least that could, or the worst that could happen is that I don't like it and I just go back to coloring.
Right.
So give it a shot.
I wish I were going gray. I'm not yet. I'm 47. I think in my entire life I found 2 or 3 gray hairs. But I don't have any gray.
Only thing she's trying to do is keep it on her head.
I'm balding.
That's what she's trying to do. So
I see.
I'm gonna start dyeing my scalp.
I did hear one of your callers earlier mention a couple of vitamins, and I am taking those same exact vitamins for other reasons. But I have noticed, even being on chemo, that my hair has started growing back in.
Wow. That's
so
good.
You might want to go back and listen to him. I don't remember.
I wrote them down.
Oh no, she wrote it all down. Oh, she was listen. Anybody who's got that advice for her, she's writing it down. Roseanne is. Forget about it. That you all you have to tell her to keep. Tell her, hey, you can keep your hair doing this. She's starting to jot it down. It's the only time to keep her quiet, so she's writing.
I understand. Listen, have a great weekend, and I hope I get to bump into you guys sometime.
You will soon, I promise.
Thank you.
Thanks, Teresa.
Honey. Take care. Bye-bye.
You got it.
You bring me on a show to talk, and then you make comments about me talking too much?
No, I just said that when somebody is giving you
I'm gonna
something when it
fight
has to do with your hair, you immediately pay attention. Your ears perk
Absolutely.
up and you start writing it down.
Yeah.
I love you, honey.
Or history. Hair
Thank
and
you.
history.
I want to tell you thank you very much for another successful Friday. I think you are really, really coming into your own on this program. So
Thank you.
I really, really do appreciate it. And women love you.
Well, you're my favorite person to talk to. I wanted to say real quick
I've gotta
before we
end
run
the
out
show.
of time, right, is that this is how you and I talk all the time, every day. This isn't a put on.
I know. As I always say, radio is free, so we thank you for paying attention. Remember to keep JC in your hearts and in your mind. Sean Patrick, we love you and we miss you. Remember that panic is not planning, so plan your work and work your plan. Me, I'm Reese on the Radio. You have a good night, pleasant tomorrow. Roseanne, say goodbye.
Goodbye, Roseanne.
It has been a pleasure. Mark Christopher's getting you home on this Friday. Have a great weekend, Mark Christopher.
You talk too much, you worry me to death. You talk too much.
That's
Who's hitting that? Who's playing that? Roland? Roland, what are you doing? You guys have a great weekend.
All right.
Hey, coming into Hartford 84 eastbound. Got delays 44 Prospect Oakwood up to between exit 46 and 48. We have a crash between 46 and 48 eastbound 84. And right now that is taking out the left and center lane, stay to the right. Now on the westbound side of 84, you got delays approaching 56 Governor Street up to 46. Because of that,